The mundane world you know is a lie, fraying at the edges. Follow the echoes of Metropolis, chase the truth to its source and ascend. You are entering White Walls, a chronicle about Mage the Ascension and Kult, Divinity Lost. Due to adult language and the violent nature and intense horror themes of our tales of terror and damnation, we encourage listener discretion. Welcome to Vorpal Tales, where we play terrifying tales and awesome adventures every day of the week. If it's the dark and scary that calls to you, we have Kimshi's Grimdark Chronicles on Thursdays, playing Black Void, and Deviant the Renegades, run by Dwayne, on Saturdays. If it's a bit of sci-fi intrigue that you fancy, we have Cyberpunk Red tomorrow, and Tales from the Loop soon on Wednesdays. And on Tuesdays, Mage the Ascension Victorian Era. If it's fantasy you crave, we have Scarredlands on Fridays. Be sure to check out our website, vorpaltales.com, to see our complete calendar, see recaps of shows, and get the links to our past archive of shows on YouTube, and starting later this month, podcast links. You will also find links to all of our social media here and our Patreon. Be sure to click follow on Twitch so you can get notified of shows. And if you check out the YouTube archive, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell. All new and current Twitch followers will be entered into a drawing for a free PDF of any of our past games as soon as we hit the next 00 on Twitch. Special thanks to Onyx Path Publishing and White Wolf for gifting us the World of Darkness and all the support they offer, and to Helmgast and Modifius for gifting us the newest version of Kult Divinity Lost. Thanks to Astral Tabletop for the awesome virtual space we use to play all our games, and to Nate Bid for right here at Vorpal Tales for our custom Astral Tabletop character sheets that you all can also use to play Mage 20th Anniversary Edition on Astral Tabletop. Thank you to Dark Somnium Music, Darren Curtis Music, and Savic Music for providing some of the sounds you'll hear in this chronicle, as well as Helmgast for letting us use the Divinity Original Sin soundtrack. Links to all of this awesomeness will appear in chat momentarily. Awakened Seekers of Enlightenment, tell us who you are, as well as the name of your character in this chronicle, along with your paradigm, primary sphere, and tradition.
Ever? I think you're first this time.
Jeez.
Down to Steve makes you first.
That's too much responsibility. I can't. No. Hey everybody, I'm Ever. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever, and tonight I will be playing Gabriel Hargrave, the Cult of Ecstasy Mage. And my primary sphere is time.
And I'm Eric. You can find me online at Marlon Recluse on Twitter. Tonight I will be playing Jose Vega, the Catholic priest and member of the Celestial Chorus, whose primary sphere is Prime.
Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. I will be playing Sophie, a Hollow One whose primary sphere is mind and whose paradigm is everything is a trick, illusion, or a lie.
Oh. Is it my turn?
You're all that's left.
Oh, it's weird with not having Steve here. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm playing Leo. He is a dream speaker. He messes with spirits and stuff. My primal sphere is going to be spirit, obviously. Yeah. I'm going to make a spirit animal claw someone's face off today, maybe. Who knows? Lots of things going to happen.
And Drake is still stuck, by choice, at HorrorCon, which is almost over now, but you can definitely go back and rewatch some of the awesome videos, including all of the ones we've been in all weekend long. You definitely should on Gehenna Gaming's channel and on their partner channels, including Darker Days Radio and the other one I can't remember right now. Check it out. HorrorCon is awesome. All right, recapper. Let's get a recap of last session, please. Begin.
Oh, right. I'm doing both. Sorry.
You good.
You can hand it to Gabriel. Gabriel likes to read recaps.
Yeah, if you want to, go for it.
Sure thing.
Let me get this drink.
There's the link to the Google document.
You are divine.
Don't say that! You'll call something to attention! Because I don't want paying attention to me.
Our show started with a gremlin attack before we even started. Hooray!
Yeah, geez.
Ever provides the recap, and Tyler gives us a brief scene of a man trapped in a room of white walls. He has seen between the walls, which has cost him all his happiness. He is doing some very strange things with random writings and either turns the world inside out or is turned inside out by it. He begins the journey to claim the first clip off for himself. Play opens around a breakfast table and 14 of Large Marge's best donuts. We discuss the most recent victim of Arkham's newest serial killer, Sophie's own cousin. The cousin is the victim, not the serial killer. We think. The group debates different ways to find out information about the murder. It turns out that no one in our Mages Collective is terribly fond of cops, but we do have a magic computer, a family connection through Sophie, and can possibly hit up the reporter who published news of the crime. For some reason, Drake is tasked with handling the computer, after clicking a YouTube pop-up promising sick kickflips. Drake probably infects Sophie's laptop with a virus. She's got to pay 5,000 euros or suffer a ransomware attack. She doesn't really mind if her nudes get leaked, but there's a principle of the thing to consider. The team prepares to leave, but Sophie's intern rushes out with her infected laptop. Vega gets an eyeful of Sophie's nudes thanks to the ransomware. How many Hail Marys is that worth again? It also seems as though the infection might have spread to the car's GPS. Or maybe something else strange is going on. The route takes us through a weird part of town. Something strange happens to the buildings, which Rachel didn't catch because she was busy fighting gremlins. Sorry, Tyler. Sophie's family lives...
Best recaps.
Sophie's family lives in what you might call a New England manor house, complete with a statue of an angel stabbing a devil in the front driveway. Turns out her family is fairly loaded. After some snark back and forth with the highly trained private security guards, they let us in the house and Tyler reveals that Aunt Juliana is also an awakened mage. As is, like, a lot of her family. A butler leads the group to where the aunt is grieving in a sitting room. Sophie is immediately swept up in hugs by her cousins. Drake looks for something to eat, but instead gets impressed by all the various signs of wealth evident in the room and helps himself to some tea. Mage tea. Sure, it'll be fine. Fortunately, it's nice MDMA-style tea that induces calmness and good moods. Meanwhile, Father Vega and Leo attempt to confront Aunt Juliana of the solid silver eyes that only Vega can see, and recognizes it's a sign of plentiful quintessence, and is probably one of Aunt Juliana's coping mechanisms for losing her daughter. Vega confronts Aunt Juliana by reading the more vengeful bits of the Hebrew Bible. Leo gets a tour of the estate by cousin Alexa, who would very much like to explore her more tantric side with him. She successfully pulls him into her ritual. Leo's gonna be busy a while, but he does get a +1 bonus die on all mental rolls for the next 24 in-character hours. Sophie tries to comfort her aunt, but it turns out only having 1 dot in manipulation and 0 empathy doesn't really make one good at that. Father Vega to the rescue, however. Aunt Juliana reveals that Genevieve had just started dating a new girl, Desi, and was extremely excited about the relationship. Desi is described as a pretty blonde girl with heterochromia who was studying psychology along with Genevieve. But something seemed to have gone wrong when they were on their first date. Desi vanished, and it turns out that she was not even a student, which she had claimed to be. 2 days later, Genevieve's body was found in a forested area where the other bodies were also found. Gabriel is asked to look through Genevieve's old room to find anything that can form a personal or spiritual connection. Vega is offered tea, but asks for water instead. Doesn't help. The father is now as high as Drake, who now wants to try and use magic to purge the effects of the mage drugs from his body. Another cousin brings Drake to the kitchen to end all kitchens, where he makes the sandwich to end all sandwiches. Fortunately, the sandwich takes some of the edge off. Before his high wears off completely, however, he realizes, why hasn't Juliana's family used their own magic to find Genevieve's killer? Meanwhile, Gabriel is led to Genevieve's room, where miscommunication regarding the father reveals that there's some familial tensions around Jenny's father. He does end up with Genevieve's journal, though. After Leo has wrapped up his encounter with the lovely Alexa, he conducts a spirit seance to try and contact whatever might remain of Genevieve, using some hairs from her hairbrush. He succeeds fairly well and ends up on the other side of the gauntlet, where he finds a spirit and decides it should haunt a Nintendo Switch. He does not successfully pacify the spirit, which manifests its anger at being murdered in a variety of violent ways. Gabriel decides to access his spirit magic, causing his wings to manifest, but he scared the ghost away. Fortunately, the ghost decides to rampage through the sitting room, taking time out to juggle Drake a bit. Drake responds by throwing the magic tea on everyone, provoking a high in Sophie and several other people in the room. Unfortunately for her, the mood has now changed and Sophie experiences a terror high. She bolts out of the room, headed for her family's armory, while Father Vega attempts to contain the spirit using his own magic. He ends up destroying a chandelier in the room, but does successfully trap the ghost in the crystals. Sophie crashes in with some very occult weapons, and fortunately, a Ouija board. And she doesn't have a Hasbro brand cardboard Ouija board. This is a hand-carved, premium wooden board made by people who knew how to make a Ouija board. Leo leads a seance to commune with Genevieve's spirit. The seance doesn't last very long, and Sophie only manages to get that Genevieve is upset at the lack of magical vengeance on her behalf, and that Desi didn't kill Genevieve, but pulled something out of herself that we don't know what, because at that moment, Genevieve's father arrives, banishing the spirit and saying, "This is why I didn't want anyone casting spells around my daughter." Probably because this is a mansion full of quintessence adepts.
Excellent, thank you. And now, once again, the camera moves away from the protagonists. Maybe you are antagonists. I haven't decided yet. Good face. She enters the study. She glances at the desk, covered in endless pages of mad text. They hold little interest for her. This is not why she is here. The shapes lurking in the darkened corners of the room whisper to her. They remind her of her purpose. She glides across the room to stand before the floor-to-ceiling mirror, its antique frame resplendent with imagery of suffering and misery. The mirror is blackened glass, showing no reflection, only a void. She studies it for a moment, listening to the whispering. In the corners of the room, the shadows seem to writhe with a life of their own. She slowly nods and glides over to one of the many bookshelves covering the endless white walls. She moves with purpose, knowing exactly which book is meant for her. A thick tome 2 feet on its side, easily 1,000 pages thick, clad in black leather and beset by obsidian stones. The antique metal lock pops open of its own accord and the book opens exactly to the page she needs. She returns to the mirror and begins the ritual. The shadows in the corners respond, coiling out of the blackness and wrapping around her, enveloping her like a blanket. As she culminates the ritual, the shadows violently tear away from her with an audible ripping sound. She looks into the blackened mirror again, and this time sees a dark shadow of herself reflected there. She smiles an exhausted smile, tears of black ichor leaking from her eyes, and closes the book. Clasping it protectively, she glides out of the room. The shadow lingers in the mirror for a time, then steps out of the blackened glass, glides to the nearest wall, slides through it and into the darkness of the night. And now let us return to Elysium and continue telling the story. White Walls. Book 1, Nehemoth, Chapter 3. There's a very angry dad rampaging around the living room yelling about magic and how you're not supposed to use it because, look, everyone's fucking high now. Great.
What the fuck? Why did you banish that spirit? We could have known more. We honestly
I'm not talking to you. You're a guest in my house. You can shut your mouth. Sophie, come here.
No, I'm not gonna shut my
Come
mouth.
here,
You
Sophie.
literally just
Come here.
banished.
Calm yourself. Calmate. He says to the shaman. He's just like,
Sophie folds her arms and just gets really stubborn expression, like, I'm not one of your kids.
You're right. I expected better of you. I know what to expect from them.
Okay.
Came here to help.
Yeah. If you want to banish the ghost,
He looks
could've
at you,
known more.
Leo, and mutters something under his breath. I'm going to need you to roll Arete.
Oh god. Arete?
Yes.
I guess we're about to find out if he's one of those dads.
Yeah. I got a 2.
2. I said, Silencio! And you cannot speak anymore. Your mouth works, but no sound comes out.
oh boy.
I start laughing.
I give Gabriel a stern look, like, don't be like this one.
He looks at Drake, and he says, You smell like my daughter. Disgusting. And the other cousin grabs Drake by the arm and drags him out of the room. He protests, but not awful much.
We're sorry for any intrusion. He's like, we're just here because Sophie is obviously related to your daughter, was murdered. We're here inquiring about anything that we can do to help. Also wondering why exactly nothing's been done so far to find her killer.
I'm sure the police are doing their job, but I'm sure it's that crowd she hangs out with. Foolish child got herself into that situation.
And it's because of this crowd, I suspect, that the police are completely useless in their investigation.
Undoubtedly. Why are you
He's
here
like,
again, Father? Who are you?
He's one of my friends.
See, this is why I expect better from you. You definitely move with a better class of people than my other children. Your
That's
male
'cause
cousin.
you haven't met
Your
me
male
yet.
cousin sighs and rolls his eyes.
We didn't mean to offend, Senor. We can go ahead and pack things up and leave if we've crossed you and your family in some way. I mean, he kind of knowingly gives Gabriel this look like, I think we have everything we need, let's go.
Pero padre, he's clearly hiding something.
So,
I know.
I got a quick question. How long does my silence last?
The duration of the scene, because you failed to oppose his spell roll.
Just making sure.
It's fine if you're disappointed by your daughter, but she was my cousin, and I cared about her. And I don't trust mortal institutions to accomplish anything of value.
You shouldn't.
So, we're going to find who killed her, and we're going to bring them to justice. And you don't have to like that, and I really actually kind of don't even care what you think at this point.
I don't care
Well,
if you
we're gonna go
find
to-
my daughter's killer or not, but I do care if you make things worse for what's left of the Drakes of my family.
Well, that's not anything we're planning to do either.
He doesn't reply to that. He just kind of brushes past you.
You know, for being her dad, you'd think you'd be a little more concerned about talking to your daughter instead of banishing her spirit.
He brushes past Sophie and out of the room. So if you're talking, you're just talking to his fading back.
What a
He's
dick.
always kind of expressed like all of his negative emotions as anger. He really needs therapy and just refuses to go get it.
Yeah. Oh, out of character, are my wings still out? Did he like totally just ignore the fact that they're there?
Yes, to
Holy
both.
shit.
Probably wasn't impressed by it.
Yeah, he seems like an advanced mage and a very elitist rich person.
Okay.
And you would have enough world savvy to know that elitist rich people typically do treat their children like that. Not always, but typically.
I will turn to one of my cousins and be like, I'm really sorry. What did he mean about the people that Genevieve was hanging out with?
Did we not cover that last time? I guess not. We didn't get to that point. He tells you that, yeah, the crowd she was running with, when Dearest Daddy would not provide the quintessence high, because they're all hooked on it except for the father. When he was busy cutting everyone off for like the 76th time to try to get them all clean, she turned to more pedestrian methods of intoxication to replace the high. So, she was hanging out with an unsavory crowd that would hook her up with whatever fix she could get her hands on.
Am I familiar in any way on people who are like become addicts to quintessence and how to come down from something like that?
The method by which one can become addicted to it is actually pretty similar to actual drugs, but it's less heroin and cocaine and more the insidious and subtle addiction to a weaker narcotic that you could get by prescription. You don't notice at first, it creeps up on you, and then it has you before you realize what's going on. It doesn't happen to all mages. Certain those of a certain predilection, and also it's heavily influenced by the source of the quintessence. So clearly, the wellspring on this property has addictive qualities. Yours does not, in the lighthouse. As far as how to get off of it, it requires much the same method as normal addiction. Therapy, isolation from all of the sources that trigger the desire to get high, and instead of traditional, conventional medication, prime the magics. Your detox is prime magic.
In other words, yeah, it'll take some time.
Yeah, same period, weeks to months, depending on the severity and the strength of will of the person affected.
Okay. Only had a high level manipulation. Okay.
Does the cousin know where we can find these friends?
No. He does not know specifically who these people were because he doesn't actually run with that crowd.
That's fair.
He knows where he can get his drugs, but he scores with the club scene, and that wasn't her thing.
Exactly was her thing. Oh shit, I can't talk now.
Text message. Beep beep. Exactly
Yeah,
what was her
do.
thing.
Be like,
If you can point us in the right direction, perhaps we can quickly be out of your hair.
He's unsure where you want him to point you to.
The crowd that she was hanging out with, as it might be proved to be useful to finding.
He doesn't know the crowd he runs with is completely different. He's into the club scene. She was not.
Oh right. Okay.
Well, where do psychology students go to get high?
He's like, I don't think that's really a thing pretty often.
I text him like, college?
The library?
A house?
I think probably
Mark?
they're more likely to be like in someone's apartment than a public library.
From
Where
deeper
they
in the house. How do you
caught?
get high at a library? There's nothing there but books. Books are fucking boring. Beat a snake.
Go back to your sandwich, Drake.
It's not the sandwich you thought it was.
I text him like, can you ask him what kind of people she kind of like? Can you define the type of people that
He doesn't know who they are.
Yeah,
Well, I know that, but like,
clue.
were they like stoners or? No.
Let's go to the apartment that she.
You don't bring your unsavory. You think
stayed
it's
on-
pretty obvious, Leo. You don't bring your unsavory friends into this house with Daddy around. Meaning the brother never met them. What you say, Father Vega?
Did she stay on campus, like in campus housing?
Yes, she had dorm housing. Good question.
You check out her
He just
dorm.
kind of nods. Yeah, exactly. That'll put us in the right direction.
Oh,
Maybe we can do another spirit seance there.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
text
that
by
went
the
so
way.
well the first time.
Yeah. Do another spirit seance there and not get
The
it.
cousin is like, speaking of which, and everyone in the room looks at the chandelier that's still vibrating. You didn't exercise the spirit, you just trapped it for a scene.
Yeah.
When that scene expires, it's poltergeist time.
I
Okay.
say we just leave that situation. Let the
So
dad deal
I-
with it.
yeah. Oh, I can. You know, it's good to have something to do when you're grieving to focus on, like cleaning up a broken chandelier. I
The
have a
cousin
thought,
looks at you and says, really? You're gonna leave me with the ghost and you think Dad's gonna fix it? Damn it, Sophie.
You can come with us if you want.
Yeah, jeez.
I can live in your house?
I mean, we've got
I don't
room.
care.
You're gonna
I
have to
text.
bunk with the interns.
I bring friends over a lot. Like a lot.
That might be a little much. So Tyler, I would like to use my dot of contacts in counterculture.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use that to figure out who Genevieve was hanging out with?
You can try. You can certainly try.
Okay. what kind
Combine
of
that
roll would
with intelligence.
So I'm gonna
intelligence plus
text.
contacts?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably have to add it as a bonus die, but it'll still work.
So I'm going to text Sophie and be like, "Does he have good weed? What are his contacts? Blah 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 blah."
Oh, I got a 7 and a 1.
Oh no! Technically that's a critical failure, so what happens is Leo's in the middle of texting you while you're trying to text your contacts. And you get really annoyed and confused halfway through. And when the last person doesn't reply to your text, you send the text meant for that person to Leo, which Leo gets a message that says, "Sorry I missed you, hit me up when you're back because I gotta ask you some questions. I miss you," heart emoji. And then the text for Leo goes to your friend that says, "Fuck you, leave me alone."
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
I look over at Sophie. I'm like,
I don't know.
Feels
They're
like
not
a
texting
stud.
me
He's
back.
like, man,
I don't know why. They
They're
left
throwing
me
it
for
at me
dead,
from all over the place.
asshole.
and I'd like nod to her, like, "We'll talk later."
Oh. Is there a way that I can communicate with the spirit without, I don't know, causing it to potentially escape the confines of the small prison I created for it?
You have Spirit 1, correct? Uh-oh. Now he's got gremlins. Do you have Spirit 1, Eric?
Yeah, I got Spirit 1.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually see the miasma that kind of looks like a fog hanging around the chandelier. And you can hear it as long as it has the energy with which to communicate, which you assume it does.
I'm going to assume I know this as well, and probably would do the same thing since I can see it.
Correct.
So
Ready to roll here. Will be a subtle casting, did you say?
Now, you don't have to make a Arete roll. You can just do it with Spirit 1.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm just like,
At least in this house. Not necessarily everywhere.
yeah. I try to talk to her. I'm like, my name is Jose Vega. I don't want to hurt you any more than you've already been hurt. I'm trying to help you and your family by finding out what happened to you. Perhaps you can tell me.
Give me a calm the spirit down roll. Your choice of social attribute with your choice of social ability.
Charisma and empathy?
Difficulty 7 because it's angry.
Yeah. That's fair. Let's see. Okay. Roll. Got 2. Wow.
Mute button. 2 successes.
2 successes. Yeah.
It's still shaking the chandelier, but much less violently. What was the exact wording of your question?
I was basically introducing myself to her and saying like, hey, look, we're here to help you and your family find out what happened to you. We're interested in, finding the person who hurt you and killed you,
The spirit says, she didn't kill me. I tried to tell you.
You mean Desi?
Yes. Get me out of here. My father's magic is draining me, and I'm going to be forced to return to that horrible place.
Where? Where did you go?
To the words don't come across correctly at first, but you get the impression she's trying to describe some kind of underworld.
Huh.
Doesn't sound like hell, though.
Underworld. Okay. Alright, I see if I can... Is there a way that perhaps with... I'm blanking on his name right now. Jared, your character's name?
Leo.
If Leo and I work together using our spirit magic, is there a way that we can like funnel her out of there and safely back behind the veil or what have you?
Oh, you can release her back to the underworld easily. You just have to end the spell that's keeping her here for a turn. You've calmed her enough that she will go back.
Yeah, that's the thing. She doesn't want to go back there.
I actually have a question on that part.
Underworld, yeah.
Could Leo, with the help of Father Vega, transfer her spirit from the chandelier over to another object, like the switch or something?
Taking it, permanently housing it and taking it out of the house would be an involved ritual. It would take hours. And you imagine Dad's not... Dad's not going to tolerate you in here for hours.
Understandable. Okay. Well, I text him and I'm like, what do you think we should do about this spirit? I don't want to just leave her here. But on the other hand, I don't really want her to go back to the underworld either.
We can speak to her again if we have to release her for now, but what we need to do what is expedient right now so that we don't further enrage the family.
Understandable. We can do most of this stuff at our dorm room. There's got to be something personal there, obviously.
Exactly.
And we got our journal. So
he just kind of concentrates on the chandelier and just kind of like releases her spirit back into the underworld, as it were.
You have calmed her enough that she does not remain in the house as a raging poltergeist.
Okay.
I will take my leave.
He makes a sign of the cross and he's like, Senora, thank you to your family for being such good hosts to us. We should be heading out now.
And I also text Sophie to tell her cousins and the mom, I'm sorry for my intrusions, blah, 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 blah. I was just really heated.
Okay.
The aunt is so out of it, you don't even think she noticed her husband lose his temper.
Or the husband or whatever, I don't... Anyone I can apologize to.
Yeah, Sophie will, like, give everybody a hug and be like, It'll be okay. I'll tell you whatever we find out. Also, he's really sorry.
They're
He's
very
really not like
appreciative
that.
of you, Sophie. As you leave, the second the car passes the gate, you can talk again, Leo.
Okay. Holy shit! I love the sound of my own voice. You know how freaking aggravating and like agonizing that was. Just talking, mouthing words, like, and nothing coming out. You realize how aggravating and agonizing that is.
Yes, it was
Like,
it
oh
was
my
agonizing
God.
for all of us. Unbearable.
It occurs to you all 15 minutes later when you're clear across town and almost back to the lighthouse. Drake's not in the car with you.
Ah, carajo.
Oh Jesus!
You forgot Drake.
I'll send Drake a text message like, "Hey, do you want us to come get you?"
Very passive aggressive. Nah, it's cool. I'll get a ride. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Totally fine. This is cool.
I love the bus. I love public
Yeah.
Sophie
I
will
love
text-
Ubers.
Text. You should ask my cousin Alexa. She's really helpful.
I tell him, well, yeah, maybe she'll give him the same treatment.
Flexing emoji. You don't even know where he got that.
From here, I'll propose to whoever's driving to take us to the dorm, to the college grounds where Genevieve stayed, and maybe we can find out where she stayed on the campus. And there's bound to be something there that we can use to find out what happened to her.
You make your way across town towards Arkham College. Along the way, you pass several hitchhikers, which until the third or fourth one doesn't strike you as odd. There's a lot of hitchhikers on main roads in the city. Huh. Weird.
What's going on?
Do I see a line of cars somewhere along the side, or like a sign
No.
of an accident?
It's like 5 random hitchhikers on a road you almost never see even one.
That seems that seems weird for somebody like me who's very religious. Does that seem like a portent of some sort?
I imagine to you everything is signs of importance, yes.
Yeah.
Should
But
we
he's like, wait a minute.
pick one of them up and ask where they're going?
Yeah, not a bad idea. I would agree to this.
I agree, but we should be careful. I don't want to get stabbed.
I think you'll be fine. You're in a car full of mages.
We can shoot lightning bolts out of our fingertips. I
Good
think we'll
point.
be okay.
I can have a
Yes.
spirit wolf eat him, literally. Good. Still, never know. Just we got vital organs too, okay?
So you pull over?
Pull over. Sure. Where are you
Okay.
heading, friend?
Do I still have
No,
wings?
that scene has ended. You pull over, and it's a skinny, early 20s kid. Androgynous, can't really tell if male or female. Not that it necessarily matters, but description-wise, very androgynous. Dressed very casually, backpack on. Smiles when you pull up. Oh, thank goodness, I could definitely use a ride, Padre. Wow, it's a weird
Boy,
cast.
Where are you heading, friend?
Pops in, plops down next to Sophie. You must be a hitchhiker too.
Yep.
What
Sure.
makes you say that?
Where are you headed?
Entering Father Vega, looks at Gabriel, looks at Leo, looks at Sophie. Obviously, these are your church friends, and this is another cool kid like me.
Of course.
What,
Uh,
dude? What the hell are you?
Sophie will respond by making the sign of the cross, although she will do it backwards.
Wow.
Heading to the college.
You a student?
Nope. You?
I tried, but they
I am.
rejected me, those assholes.
Lame.
I am majoring in photography.
Yeah, we'll
So-
just make idle chit chat on the way over there.
That's cool. What do you take pictures of?
mountain ranges, wolves, specifically animals.
Seems like a weird state to do that in, but hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of other hitchhikers on the road. Were you all part of a group? Did a bus break down or something?
No. Other hitchhikers? I don't know. I'm just me, with me.
Can I use my spirit sight to see if there's anything weird about this person? Or
Yes, roll awareness plus alertness.
sure. I'm not good at alertness, but difficulty 6.
Correct.
Awareness. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna roll 2. I got 1 success with a 9.
One success. There's definitely something going on with this person. It's not a mage, though. It's also not like a demon or a monster. But there's something different about this person.
My group text everybody as we're still driving to the campus, like something different about this person's spirit, but they're not like us.
What do you mean? Exactly.
It's hard to elaborate, so he just kind of makes this gesture like not enough information.
Could I possibly do like a spirit scan? Maybe I could get more out of it.
Same roll. Go for it.
Okay. What was the roll again? I'm sorry.
Alertness plus awareness.
I'm actually really good at that.
Excellent.
Give me a minute. So alertness plus awareness. Difficulty 6.
Yep.
Oh. 5. Look at that.
Got
Wow.
a 5. Hell yeah.
You look, and the person turns and smiles at you. Big toothy smile with their fantastically shimmering silver and gold hair that goes all the way down to the back of the seat and is flowing out around them and kind of waving on its own, and their pointed elfin ears. And their eyes, which are the color of emeralds, like actual emeralds. They shine and reflect light and sparkle.
Huh.
Dressed in very odd clothing, like straight out of a fantasy novel. But it's
I feel
like underneath what you actually are seeing of the normal looking person. Gonna need you to make a willpower roll.
God, wow. Okay.
Oh my.
I got a 5.
Like what you see, waggles eyebrows, elbows. Just like teasing you because you're staring at them really hardcore. You feel, I don't know, euphoric. It's like you look out the window and everything is shinier, brighter, more colorful.
I think. I text everybody this and I'm like, do you think this could be some sort of astral projection, maybe? Like something got summoned out of a storybook? Because it literally looks like a fantasy creature or thing.
They obviously don't look like that at all when we look at this person, right?
Correct.
I kind of thought. I was like, are we looking at the same person here? He looks over at Leo.
Oh, I'm driving, aren't I? Dang it.
Yes, because the father's in the car. Who else would you let drive?
Exactly. Would I be able to look in the rear view and take a glance and do that same roll?
Yes, I do like car wrecks, don't I? Roll awareness plus alertness.
Can I not?
Too late now.
Son of a...
Remember, you could always spend a willpower for an auto success.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Internet, what you doing to me? It's it finally registered. Roll dice. 0.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no.
Damn it.
You really
Oh.
rolled that? What, did you spend a willpower?
Oh, I was gonna do that, wasn't I?
Did you get any ones on that roll?
I did.
Gabriel did, yes.
A 1?
Keep that willpower. You get a critical failure,
Oh,
which
mother.
means you look in the mirror and see the true form, and are instantly mesmerized by it. You can't look away.
Oh no.
Fuck.
The car
Fuck.
drifts into the middle lane, and you all notice, and you're like, "Whoa, what is going on?"
Gabriel, eyes forward, eyes forward.
And there's
Jesus, I don't wanna
a
die
semi
today.
coming right at you at top speed.
Let's go.
But then all of a sudden, like, everything gets, like, the semi's coming towards you, and it's like, everything starts moving real slow. And the person in the back pokes you on the shoulder, Gabriel, and says, "Might want to get out of the way."
What the? Oh, yeah.
Fail.
Okay. Yeah.
Fail.
So I do. I move.
Gabriel, I've read
No. The person means steer out of the way. Everything but
Yeah.
you is moving at a crawl. Your vehicle is moving at a normal speed.
Yes, I will steer out of the way.
Okay. You steer back into the normal lane, and everything snaps back to normal time.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. Hey, sorry. Padre Lo Siento.
Gabriel, you know you didn't do that. That wasn't you.
So do the rest of us?
Yeah, you all
See,
experienced the
like,
time
perceive?
snap.
Okay.
Jesus.
And you know how magic works. Nobody in this car cast a spell.
Yeah, I saw the group text message from the father is like, did they do that just now?
Which of you has the
Uh,
lowest willpower?
Oh,
What?
no.
Oh
I think that would be
goodness.
me now.
I have 8.
Same.
I have 6.
I have 7.
I have 9,
Shit.
actually. I'm sorry.
Sophie, you feel drained and tired. Like the burst of emotion that came from that is like sucked out of you. It was very draining. You lose a point of willpower. Leo, person in the back seat is shinier now. The aura is brightened, and Sophie's aura has somehow darkened just a tad.
So,
Sophie, are you okay?
Yeah.
Settle down.
Just kind of lethargic right now.
Okay. Okay. Need to rest. I'm right here.
what?
I
Are
gotta
you
show it.
doing this to our guest?
Doing what? Toothy smile.
What did their true form
What
look like when I...
Are you?
The exact same thing I explained to Leo.
Oh, okay.
What? That's a good question. Sophie just asked, "What are you?"
That's a weird question. I'm
I
me.
think what my friend is trying to ask is, who are you and where did you come from?
That I like.
You
that.
can call me Tam.
Damn, nice to meet you. Where are you
Whoa.
from? I'm from Peru.
All over. Oh, you mean
So-
originally? Wow, I can't even remember anymore. That was a long time ago.
Your name wouldn't be short for Tam Lin, would it?
I don't think so.
Okay, good enough for me.
What kind of what kind of heritage did your name come from? Like Vega's a little bit more of a Mexican descent. Do you have anything like that? Is your name have some heritage?
Perdóname, but you might want to check yourself before I wreck yourself.
Vegas is like, he does not understand. It's fine. I think what he's also again trying to ask is, where does your name derive from? Is it European? Is it
Celtic.
Celtic? Interesting.
Okay.
It's like, well, it's serendipitous certainly that we came upon you at this time. We were just heading to the college ourselves. What are you
Right?
planning to major?
I like that word. Serendipitous. It's a fun word.
That sounds fun.
The world needs more fun.
Sure. What were your goals?
Sure.
As far as what were your goals, at least in terms of study at the university?
Mythology.
Any particular specification?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Myth, legend, and lore. I find it fascinating.
Meanwhile, Sophie is just like staring at this person, trying to figure them out.
Same with Leo.
And, like,
Like,
Debating with herself, like, should I use fear magic? Will it be able to tell? Will it get offended?
I'd go up to it and I'd just poke him.
Tread carefully in all caps to the group text.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't give you permission to touch me. Looking at you, Leo.
You're just
Consent, bro. Consent.
You're just so shiny, and I don't know. I guess.
You must forgive my friend. He is from New Jersey.
That explains everything.
I'm sorry. I find you fascinating. That's all. I really do. And I guess that could be a compliment in many ways.
Sophie decides, fuck it. Is there... Oops, sorry. I accidentally turned my camera off, so I probably just worked the picture. Sophie has 2... No, she's got 1 dot of spirit. Never
We're
mind.
on the same boat there, yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 dots of mind, and I'm trying to figure out...
Read their surface thoughts?
Do I want to... Yeah, I think I might just go for it.
Okay, so.
Do
Ready
it.
for your thoughts, Tam?
So would that be an Arete roll?
Yes, it would. Go ahead and open your spell card.
Okay.
Change all the
let
spheres to
me-
0 except mine and move that to 2.
Okay, sorry, opening that right now. I should have opened before this game began, but I didn't. Okay. All spheres.
Simple.
No, you're not supposed to do that.
Line of sight.
Like, I know this is a bad idea.
This is a very bad idea, and I'm
on
for
an
it.
out of character level. But Sophie has no idea. Alright, mine's set to 2.
Hopefully
Okay.
you roll well.
Base casting subtle.
Okay?
The magical feat simple.
Okay?
Duration 1 scene.
Okay?
Target individual.
Okay?
And then Arete, change it to 3 because I believe that's your Arete.
That is my Arete.
And it should say successes remaining 3, rolls remaining 4, successes required 3,
Yes.
difficulty 5. Hit roll spell.
Oh, goodness. 2 successes.
Okay. Do it again.
1 success.
That is exactly what you needed, so it takes you, since you're not doing quick casting, it takes you 10 minutes. So during that 10 minutes, while Sophie is just hardcore staring at this person, typing away like mad on their phone, and you all notice as mages that it's not the typing, it's the pattern her hands are moving in.
Yeah, she's
It's
also like,
She's doing repeating patterns. Yeah.
and just hyper analyzing like every little eyebrow twitch that this person is making.
And she's trying to carry on conversation with the person, and she's got like weird facial tics when she does it too. All very subtle things that a mesmerist would do, because it's mind magic. So, what do the rest of you do for those 10 minutes?
Actually,
Idle chit chat.
I
Pretty much.
want to kind of, I guess, summon a crow to kind of follow him whenever we separate, so that way I can kind of see, or it can come back and tell me what exactly where he goes, what he.
You have life 3?
I think I have life 2.
Nope, can't summon no crows.
Damn it. Okay, never mind then. But could I do like some sort of spirit animal to call him? Maybe.
Sure, but not in the car. Your rituals require the ability to move.
Okay, I will. On that, is there anything like on said person that I can maybe take to be able to, I guess, link my spirits to him, so that way I can.
You're gonna try to palm something off of their person.
Maybe not. Never mind.
Well, I'm just asking. If you want to do it, go for it.
Flirt, get their phone number. Do it the easy way.
That would be a subterfuge roll to flirt, or that's going to be a you don't have larceny.
Charmer.
Actually, I think that's what I'll do. I'll kind of cozy up to him and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Because I do find him very fascinating.
What you doing later?
What you doing later? And
Wow, you really just pulled a Steve, didn't you? How do you do
I
it?
did.
Give me a charisma plus subterfuge.
Oh, I got 6 dice in this. Hell yeah. Difficulty 6.
Yep.
I got 4 dice. I have 4 successes.
And a willpower roll.
Oh, Jesus. 7. 7 successes.
Whoa.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Shit. Wow.
I got 9 willpower.
That's impressive.
Trying to figure out what this does in that instance. Okay. In the 10 minutes it takes you to flirt with the person, you think you're doing pretty good. They're reacting well, they're blushing appropriately, they're giggling. They gave you their number. But also, you really, really want to hang out with this person. Like, you really want, like, you
I do.
really want to hang out with this person. Really want to hang out with this person. A lot. And then the spell completes.
Oh, God.
And you link with their mind, Sophie. Before you have time to do anything, a resounding "Hi!" in your head. Took you long enough.
Oh. Hi?
You're hot. I like you.
Oh. I think you're pretty attractive too. And you're in my head, so you'd know if I was lying.
If I checked, but I don't care. Maybe I do care. I don't know if I care. Emotions are confusing.
So what are you?
Guess. Here, I'll give you a hint. And so you can see the true form. It's revealed to you. Make a willpower roll.
Oh. Okay. Oh my god. That is 0 successes.
Oh, okay. So now you're glamored. How do you respond to that?
What? You're an elf.
Basically, yeah. But
Hey guys,
I
elves
might not-
are real. Did
I might-
you know that?
I might not have the feet, but waggles eyebrows. I'm also a satyr.
Wait, he's a satyr?
That's what they tell you.
So do I
Oh.
see like the goat feet and the horns?
That's what they said. I don't have the feet, but I have a satyr. Trust me, baby.
I'm sorry. I need a moment to process this. What?
By the way, does she say this outside or is it still in her
No,
head?
I'm saying.
No, this is out loud.
Oh.
The person
If
is
that's
just
true, I'm gonna be
smiling
like,
and
okay,
staring
I have
at.
so many questions. You can. How about a sleepover at my house?
The person is just smiling at Sophie.
Am I high right now?
Please.
No, okay, maybe not a satyr. A satyr of the sea. Check it out. And in the car, all you see is the person smiling at Sophie, and then the person just like air humps. That's all you see. But Sophie, what you see is like you look down, and when they display their waist, it's fish from the waist down. But only for a second, then it's like skin.
Am I high? Did you get me high?
Yes,
It doesn't feel like high.
Okay.
I
Sophie,
did.
why is it
But it's
showing-
weird.
Mind blown. Okay. He's just so. I told you, he's super fascinating.
Vega's completely not like clueless about what's happening. He just leans into Gabriel like, "Ariel, ¿qué carajo estás ocurriendo?"
Yo no sé. Yo no sé.
Do you have a phone, Tam?
yeah, I do.
Give me your phone. I want to give you my number.
You exchange numbers.
Yeah. Are there more like you? There have to be more like you. Who made you?
Yeah. There's more like me.
Is that why you're going to the school?
Maybe.
Why are you going to the school? Why would a satyr want anything with a college?
Seems like fun.
Agreed. You drink a lot of booze. Oh, maybe we can have a beer one of these days. Wait, you do drink alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I prefer ambrosia.
I've never tried it. Maybe you can hook me up.
Yeah, when I come over.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well,
Oh, taps Gabriel. This is my stop. You didn't realize, but in all that absorbed conversation, you made it clear across town and are in the college now, in front of a specific building you didn't plan to go to.
Hey, hold on a second. Sophie, your cousin, tell this lovely being about your cousin.
Oh, be careful. There's a serial killer on the loose, and it got my cousin.
Oh, that's scary. Shudders while smiling. Father Vega, please make perception plus alertness roll.
Okay.
The counseling couch. Yes. This is a merfolk. The satyrs of the sea.
Huh.
Dangers of the sea.
Okay. 1 second. You said alertness or awareness? And
Alertness plus perception. Oh yeah,
Alertness
that's going
is
to be
not
an
the best.
exciting sleepover.
2 successes.
2 successes. The satyr, the satyr of the sea gets out, winks, kisses Sophie and Leo on the cheek. Says bye and sachets away, showing off dead booty. And you're all staring, except Father Vega, who's like trying to poke Gabriel but misses.
Yeah.
Father Vega, what you see is all the other hitchhikers also entering that building.
Padre.
The fuck?
Am I still enchanted?
You are enchanted. Everyone else is just glamored, meaning that you can actually see and interact with changeling things for a while. But yes, Sophie, you are enchanted for the duration of the scene, and then it will fade.
So Sophie just starts narrating like, that guy's 8 feet tall and blue. Oh, there's the real stuff.
I don't think we're seeing the same
going
thing.
on?
Padre, creo que son una hada.
That's the
Okay.
castle. Why did we never notice the castle before? Oh.
Good
A
fucking
castle?
question. This is like.
That's
wow.
a building, and there are people going into it. As a matter of fact, all the people that are going into it now are the same hitchhikers that we just passed on the road.
Do you all look?
Yeah.
They being the changeling in your car, glamored all of you. You can see them all in their true form for the moment. It is an entire motley of changelings heading into that building. Interesting.
Why are they going in there? What is the significance of this?
Could just be a prearranged meeting place. Could have a deep significance. You don't know, but you do know it's significant that a whole motley showed up in town.
Mm-hmm.
Does this castle have any windows of some sort?
It's not a castle. It's just a building. It's just a college building.
Oh, gotcha. So there's definitely a building. So
I like that you think it's a castle because you are glamored.
Could
One of those changelings may look suspiciously like Harry reincarnated a few more times. Anyways, what were you going to say, Leo?
I was thinking, could I summon a spirit bird to listen in through the window?
Not in the car. Your particular practices require you to be able to freely move around.
Out of character, Jared really wants to summon a spirit animal.
I can tell. If this was only a game with aspirations.
I mean, we could stop the car if the dormitory is not too far away from that building. He can summon his bird, and
well, I mean,
I can ask questions about what the heck all this means to somebody who may know more about it than I do.
Well, we could also wait till we get to the dorm too and do it there.
As long as we mark where this place is.
We could also bring back the other girls, Sophie's cousin, as well.
The dorms are actually not near where you currently are. It's the other side of the campus.
Okay.
Sophie makes a note of this building. This is the building where really cool and interesting people hang out.
What does it say on the building? Is it a specific library or
Peabody Memorial Building?
The Memorial Building. Okay.
Peabody.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Peabody. Okay. Try to remember that.
Before you all read into that too much, that's a. It's called, what are those called? That's a Easter egg to Cthulhu Mythos. It's not a plot device. Peabody's the professor who discovered things he shouldn't have and never made it back from an expedition. One of many. Gabriel takes the car around to the dorm side of the building, and you actually get to a gate where you're stopped by security before you can enter into the female dorm section of the campus. There's a female section and a male section. They're on their own streets, and they face each other across the street. Sure, that's real good for frat parties, but whatever. And then the whole street is fenced in and gated, obviously for the protection of the students. It is the modern era, after all. It's campus security stopping you, asking why you want to go in there.
I just leave the talking to Sophie, who is, related to.
So I'm Genevieve's cousin, and I'm here to gather up her things. None of my other family is, everyone's really broken up about this. So I volunteered to come, clean up her dorm room. Maybe there's something, my aunt just really wants, some pictures of her,
Closure.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Smells like her.
I'm so sorry. Shouldn't have let this many of you in there, but just this once. Don't get up to any shenanigans. We'll be keeping an eye on you.
Promise.
Oh, definitely not. Thank you so much.
Waves you through. You head through. It's a really nice street. Dorms look really nice. They're old New England style. Old New England. I love it. You find the building you're looking for. You head inside. You find the dorm room. And you're like, haha, alright, we don't have keys.
Don't need
good thing we're mages.
Yep.
How are you going to bypass that lock, mages? There are
I'll
girls
make a key
moving.
that fits.
There are girls moving to and fro in the hallway, looking at you and whispering because it's Sophie's room. Or I mean, Sophie's cousin's room. So
I asked for some cover from these three, like to just flank me as I go up to the dorm room door, and I'll just make a key out of prime. Like I'll just like put my
Actually, could
finger
I-
near the lock and just like like make the key that fits and just pop it open.
problem is, to make the key physical, you need matter too.
Oh.
Prime doesn't make physical objects.
Oh. That might be a problem.
There are other ways to skin a fish, though. Or were you going to say, Leo?
I was gonna say. Could I maybe talk with the girls? They obviously they're. And ask them like if they knew her at some point.
Sure. Several of them say, "Well, of course, we live in the same floor."
Well, obviously, but were you guys personal? Did you guys party together?
I don't know why that's any of your business.
Jeez.
Random hippie in the hallway.
Good point. I'm not, as you can tell. Okay, whatever. And I go
Good.
back.
You notice they are all very insular and on edge, probably because there's a serial killer in town.
Could I use my 2 dots of correspondence to reach my hand through the door and unlock it from the inside?
Oh.
No, but the 2 dots, of course, that's a high-level
Matter?
trick. Yeah. But
Oh,
maybe something else you can do with correspondence.
remove the locking mechanism from inside of the handle?
No.
Damn.
But you could figure out the door's connection to any other keys and know where they might be. 2 dots, you can't do anything as intense as you're talking about.
Oh,
So
because it
that's,
says sense, touch, thicken, and reach through space. Allows the mage to extend their senses beyond their current location.
It's the I forgot where my keys are power. Like you know exactly where they are at all.
Correct.
Okay.
Don't even need a spell card for that. Roll Irritate, you'll need 1 success. Difficulty 5.
Oh shoot, I had it on difficulty 6.
You can change it and re-roll it.
I rolled a 4 though.
4 would not be high enough.
Damn.
You would need a
Okay.
5.
Let me switch the difficulty. Ugh, 1.
1 success, that's all you needed. That's not A1, that's counting successes.
Oh, yeah. I had 4 successes on that other roll.
Yep. So you touch it and you're like, yeah, I do know where there's a spare key. It's across the street. In the boys' dorms. Under a couch. That's weird.
Very
Oh boy. Someone had a little too much fun at a party. Clearly.
You know exactly what couch it's under, too.
Lead the way, Gabriel.
probably a gross couch, by the way.
No,
Probably better that
it's
we go
across
that
the
way.
street in the boys' dorms.
Well, yeah, I know.
Oh, I thought you said girls' couch. You said gross. Got it.
Yeah, no. Probably a gross, very gross couch.
All right. I don't know if you guys want to go with or stay here, but it'll take me like 5 minutes.
I'll stay here. We're gonna get hassled if we try to get into the. I will get hassled if I try and get into the boys' dorm, so I'm gonna hang out here.
Accurate.
Oh,
What about Vega and Leo? Vega, you feel like your presence at a boys' frat dorm might be counterproductive.
Yeah, that's why I'll take the collar off first. And
Okay.
then I'll just accompany I'll accompany Gabriel across.
Okay. What about Leo?
Sophie
gonna-
watches Vega take the collar off. I'm like, oh, that was easy.
I think I'm gonna stick around and, with his newfound confidence, try to woo some of the college girls around here.
You try, but after a minute, you're just not feeling it because you only really are feeling it for your new friend Tam. Your heart's just not in
I
it.
guess so.
It's weird.
Very, very weird.
Vega and Gabriel. You head across the street to the boys' dorm. You head inside. and you hear two boys walk past and whisper to each other. And you hear this, Gabriel, not Vega. Does that guy think he's fooling? Is he some kind of cop? I don't know, but he's definitely an authority figure. Maybe he's a professor. Talking about Father Vega. Just taking the collar off doesn't take the priest away.
Oh.
They don't stop you, though, or get in your way.
I'm good with Mystique.
If the father asks me if he's doing well undercover, I'd be like, oh yeah.
Totally.
Of course.
Nailing it. Nailing it.
Claro que
Zero
sí.
manipulation.
You head right over to that couch, and there's frat boys sitting on it, playing PlayStation. They are really into that game too.
Excuse me, gentlemen. It'll just take.
Get out of the way! You're gonna ruin it. We're on the. We've almost beaten insert gaming term here.
I just drop to the floor and reach under the couch.
Whoa!
Bros,
My feet are in the way.
I don't give a shit. Move your feet.
They get really mad because you just ruined their. They were on a hot roll in Siege and you ruined it.
Oops.
Oh wow.
They were kicking the ass of some noobs led by some guy named Patty Shakes, and they won because you messed the whole thing up.
It's fine. You guys were cheating anyway.
So make a dexterity roll, because now they're actively trying to gently kick the crap out of you, like push you away with their feet because you made them mad.
Dex plus anything or just
nope,
Dex?
just Dex.
And then what's that difficulty? 6?
Yep.
Roll dice. Oh.
You yank the key out, but you're distracted by being roll pushed out of the way, and you also yank some other things out, and it gets all over your hand. You don't want to know.
I'll take one for the team, and I'll just yank one of the controllers out of their hands while they're busy trying to push Gabriel away, and just be like, "Hey, it's my turn," and I try to play badly. That way it takes all their attention off of Gabriel so that he can go underneath the couch and.
That does in fact distract them. What the hell are you doing? No, do it like this.
No, you don't know what you're doing. Look, you got to do it like this. You know.
Gabriel, Father Vega is.
I need bleach.
Gabriel, Father Vega is suspiciously good at this game.
Afterwards, he just tosses the controller back to him. Get out of here, noob.
Get out of here, noob.
You kicked that dude and his little team's ass, Vega. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Padre, ¿quién eres?
It probably didn't help that they were really brought down by the wink link through something. I don't know. Anyways, you got the key, Gabriel, but you also inadvertently grabbed other things that were under the couch that were once liquid and now are congealed in definitely lotion.
Sounds delicious.
Must be lotion. Can't possibly be anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Is there like a communal sink around?
Yes.
Or
Okay.
industrial bleach.
That too. Hand sanitizer.
Okay.
I'm gonna also wash off the key because I'm a nice guy like that.
Okay. That was a critical failure, but I'm not super mean, so no long-term effects, but you get a rash on that hand.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Very itchy one.
Oh god. Oh god.
Very-
I make sure not to touch my face with that hand.
Yeah.
Ew. Ew.
You arrive back at the girls' dorm with the key.
Excellent.
Well, you guys get the key for us?
It was a dark time, but yes. And he puts on the collar back on.
Fine.
Duh.
I mean, Leo kept striking out with sorority girls. It was pretty fun to watch.
No, not one of them.
And then Sophie and Leo had a huge conversation about Tam and how much they both agree that Tam is awesome. They're still having it when you show up with the key.
I really hope
Probably
you take
like-
my invitation.
All right, you can date them on Mondays and Fridays,
100%.
but I get Saturday up through Sunday afternoon.
No. That's not fair.
What if you
Okay,
share, like,
Monday,
Everything.
Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you take them Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay?
Yeah, but then we don't
Polyamorous
get to go to
mage.
brunch.
While they're squabbling, I'll just take the key and like click.
Okay, you know what? 3-person dates.
I'm okay. I can go. I can go through with that.
Oh boy. You open the door and walk into the dorm room. It is a mess. I don't just mean college kid mess. It's a mess.
Like it was ransacked.
It's been tossed.
Careful with what you touch in here.
Like,
Leo, I need you here. Your spirits.
okay, I got a question. Is it like tossed as in like people were looking through
Yes,
it? Or
it's been rifled.
Gotcha.
Possibly by the police, although.
Or
Yeah, you don't know. It is possible.
Okay. So, yes, I want to try to... One, I want to try to call... try to call the spirit back. Sophie's cousin spirit back. And two, I want to stalk my new friend with Spirit Bird.
You look around the room and you realize you could set up a ritual in here, but you'd have to clean the room first and then go get ritual supplies and bring them in and then set it up and then do it. And the security guard said they were sort of keeping an eye on you. That's true for all of you, not just Leo.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can you do what you need to do quickly?
Could try, but it's a lot harder.
Can we help? And I motion to myself and Sophie.
So Sophie, to try and like make it look like we were actually doing what we were doing, is there like a suitcase or a backpack or something like that in the room?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'll get the suitcase or the knapsack and like start putting what look like important things in there. Like if she's got a laptop, especially any notebooks, probably some of her clothes. I think that would be a good connection to her.
Perception plus investigation, difficulty 6.
Okay.
And then
See,
record
my
the...
investigation.
And then tell us the successes, but record them for later, because you won't know the effect they have until later.
Okay, that's 3 dice.
You got this!
Can we help?
Yes, you can roll it too,
Pretend.
Father Vega.
Perception and
Plus investigation. To determine what's important in this hot mess.
Okay. Difficulty 6 as usual.
Yep.
Holy moly! Oh wait, no.
That is
no
successes.
for
Yep.
me.
But no failures.
So
Or crit fails. No
I'll spend a
botch.
point of willpower,
Okay.
which will leave me at 7 out of 10,
Okay.
and then I'll roll dice. 2 plus the 1, so 3.
Oh, that reminds me. Let me check a couple things real quick. So, for Sophie... Yeah, they're not in these sheets. Oh yeah, they are. Good. Okay. You can recover 1 point of willpower, Sophie, for the interaction with your family because you refused to give ground and stayed the course as the rebel.
I'll take it.
I forgot to resolve all those scenes. Father Vega, you definitely played the caretaker role. So again, 1 point back for you.
Yay!
Gabriel. Your overprotectiveness of even Sophie will actually apply for your nature. So that's the only time for this session, but you can refill all your willpower. If you spent any.
I did not.
And last but not least, it's not Quentin, it's Leo. Yeah, I'll tell him when he gets back. Anarchist is his demeanor. I think infecting a house with poltergeist applies.
Yeah.
So, how many successes did you get, Father? 2?
3 with the one willpower that I spent.
Excellent. Okay. Now, Gabriel, you can help the search or try to help the improvised spellcasting. One or the other, not both.
What would I be able to do to help with the spell casting exactly?
Assist. You can always assist in ritual casting or any kind of casting that isn't like just one person doing one thing. As long as you have symbiotic spheres and you do have spirit.
Well, as much as I do want to investigate, if I helped, it might make it go faster. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna help out.
Which part are you helping with? What was the second thing he wanted to do besides spy on Tam?
I wanted to summon the other. I want to summon the Sophie's cousin again to get more information out of it because it was cut short because of her asshole father. So.
Okay, go ahead and roll your Arete, Gabriel, the difficulty of 4.
Difficulty of 4?
Gabriel, not Leo.
Oh, sorry.
Gabriel cannot use the spell card right now. I'm going to have you go through your spell card. Gabriel's Chrome is being stupid.
Zero. How the heck?
And then one more time.
See, even Holly feels bad for me. Jeez.
Yeah.
Try this again. Okay, something's going on here, because that was another 0.
Let's look and see. You rolled... The second roll, something broke. The first roll... You rolled 1 success and 1 failure, and it wasn't a 10, so the failure killed the success, resulting in 0. The second roll didn't work, so go ahead and try again. I don't know what happened the second time. Oh, because the second time wasn't Arete, that's why. That's 1, and then you have 1 more roll to assist with, so roll again. You got 3 total rolls. Alright, Leo, go ahead and on your spell card.
Open thy spell card.
All the spheres to 0 except spirit, which needs to go to 3.
Yep.
Base casting is uncanny.
Could I potentially do a long ritual to...
No, you can't do anything long in here.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Gotcha.
Base casting is uncanny. Tools and rituals is personalized instruments.
Yep.
Are you spending quintessence?
Where? Spending where?
Are you spending quintessence? You have 2 points.
I'll spend 1 point.
Okay, so change spending quintessence from -1 to 1.
Okay, so 1.
Or, I'm sorry, leave it at -1, my bad. But highlight it. Click it so it's red. It's highlighted.
Okay, and then what was the tools and rituals?
Personalized instruments.
Okay,
And then click fast casting, also under time and effort.
Okay.
And then under general circumstances, distant or hidden target or subject.
Okay.
Under magical feats, in the second column, standard feat.
Okay.
Target, AoE small room.
Where's target AoE small? Okay, never mind. Okay.
Gauntlet rating, downtown. It's not going to be easy.
Okay.
Duration, which is bottom middle, 1 scene.
Okay.
So, first we need to pierce the gauntlet.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and roll Arete. Hit roll spell. It'll do the whole thing.
Okay. Rolling 1 dice, difficulty 8, roll 6, 0 successes, 0
No, change your arete to 3.
Oh.
And then do it.
Change. Where do I change arete?
Under roleplay bonus.
Roleplay bonus.
Top right.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So arete is 3. Okay, got it.
Roll it.
Roll spell. Okay, so I got 2 successes. It says keep casting. I need 4.
What's it say for the gauntlet?
Gauntlet is 4.
Keep going.
Ooh, I botched the second one.
You can spend a point of willpower to recover the spell, but you can only
Yep.
do it once. If it happens again, you'll lose it. Okay? Subtract the willpower from your sheet and do it again.
Yep. I got 1 success on that one.
That's
Come on,
kind of
baby.
surprising.
What's
Wow.
it say for the gauntlet?
Well, gauntlet remaining is total 1. It says
Roll
keep
again.
casting, so need 4 successes.
Huh.
Nothing
Really
changed. I pressed roll
surprised.
again.
You were on a streak before, man. You were getting like 5 or 7 successes.
I press roll spell again and nothing's changing.
Click it again.
I did. It's just the same roll that I had last time.
Did it change how many successes you need?
No, it just still says I need 1.
Okay, so just roll your arete on your character sheet at a difficulty of 6.
Okay. Arete. Come on, Aaron. Thank you. Arete of 6.
You got to double click the number, remember?
2 successes. Okay, so that's enough combined with Gabriel's assistance to get through, but you're barely able to pierce the gauntlet. Meaning you can't pull the spirit into the room, but you can, for a very brief time, communicate with it, but it's like a bad cell phone connection.
God.
However, before we resolve that conversation, we're going to take our quick mid-show break. So, 7 minutes, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back at 10:45 Eastern Time. And we have returned to continue a murder investigation. So, as stated right before the break, you were successfully able to bring the spirit back enough for broken communication. But only Gabriel and Leo are able to participate this time.
So,
Gabriel, do you have any questions for the spirit? Nicky shit right now, and this is the best I can do right now. Is do it.
Yeah, ask them if they knew. Ask her if she knew that there were freaking fairies here.
Are there fairies here?
I don't understand the question.
Good point. Okay,
If they knew
Gotta be
that
more
there were.
specific.
Can you tell me who you were hanging out with during this that murdered you? Like, I wouldn't say what exactly happened, but who did this to you?
No limits. Invitation only.
Is that a club?
Card is in room, lost. Message coded.
Card is in room, lost. Are you
An
talking
invitation card or a business card?
Okay, can you tell me what room or what area we need to look
This
for this?
room
So it's in this room.
was.
I can find it, I'm sure.
Might still be. Don't know.
Why was your key under the couch in the boys' dorm common room?
No limits. No limits. Entry requirements.
Okay. Do you? I have one more question. What kind of people have you been? I guess, talking to that weekend? We were told you hang out with a weird crowd. Can you elaborate on
No
that?
limits.
So, like a daredevil, or I don't know. Okay. Do you got anything else, Gabriel?
Can you explain a little more on having something pulled out of you?
Coming for me. Always after us. When tether fades, we lose purpose and become nothing but energy.
What exactly is coming for us?
Me, not you. You are not dead.
So something's haunting you in the spirit world?
You cannot help.
What if I what if I permanently brought you into this world?
You cannot.
Okay.
There's no coming back. If you do, it's not you anymore.
Interesting. Okay.
All burns in the inferno, and the spell ends.
No limits, okay. And I'd like to use my correspondence to find this card that she was talking about.
How would you like to do that? Correspondence requires connections between two things. You have neither thing one or thing two. Except on that cool t-shirt from when you were younger. Thing one and thing two.
Oh, jeez.
No
Need a
limits.
mana.
Entry requirements. Lost. Everything burns in the fire.
Everything burns in Inferno. That wasn't part. There were two conversations happening. First, they asked, "What happened to you? Who are you hanging out with?" That was the whole no limits entry requirement
No
part.
limits, right?
And then you switched topics to what was pulled out of you. That was a reference to whatever's happening in the afterlife is not pleasant. It's apparently a real bad time. Apparently, death is not a good thing.
Now
Don't
we
die.
know.
Who knew?
Who knew? Yeah.
And now we know about the Inferno, correct?
No.
Which I believe I would.
No.
I thought. Okay.
Is Genevieve the biological daughter of your aunt and uncle?
Good question.
Assuming my aunt's not a liar, that's what I've always assumed.
Good question.
That sounds a little sketchy there.
I mean, I don't think she cheated on her husband, although I wouldn't blame her if she did. You've met that guy.
Yeah, he's an asshole, 100%.
It's not my job to judge others, but
That's a correspondence
something-
spell.
yeah.
Sophie was recently in physical contact with her aunt. If you did a spell while you were touching Sophie's hair and maybe Genevieve's hair brush, you would feel the connection between mother and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What would that get us, though?
Father Vega's curious about the DNA tree of said person. Correspondence
Like,
allows you to do that.
Why do they target her
There's other-
specifically?
There's other ways to do that too, but correspondence is a way your party can do.
The line about they took something out of her is what's kind of drawing that part of the curiosity, because what would they possibly take from her other than they couldn't get from anyone else?
Was Genevieve a mage as well?
Yes.
So
Less skilled than you.
Okay. Well, when Father Vega asked the question, Sophie's answer would be like, her avatar, maybe? Stole her avatar?
Terrifying
Like,
thought to
that's
a mage.
Horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, maybe that didn't happen, because if they stole her avatar, like, I don't know how much of her would be left, and there's obviously, like, some part of her left.
I know what an avatar is or Vega knows what an avatar is to him, but I'm not sure if he would be so certain about other people and their ability.
We don't
Because
exactly
it's kind of like the
know.
source, right?
It's
Source of your ability to use magic.
It's the awakened and nearly sentient other you that pushes you to be more and more magical, to transcend the world. Yes. All awakened, enlightened people have one.
On another point,
the power level varies, though. And you are aware that most are not as evil and sadistic as yours is.
on another note, have we actually looked at her dead body?
It's buried.
Okay.
Oh, that was
Remember, Sophie didn't even find out till a few days after.
Well, can we get a biopsy report of some sort?
You have no access to the doctor. You don't even know if they did one. It's possible they did. Maybe they even did an autopsy. You don't know.
We did come up with the idea of obtaining the police report by way of the journalist who reported it. Since apparently none of us really want to deal with cops.
Wait, no. I apologize. You missed the wake, not the funeral. However, it's not going to be open casket because serial killer. It's messy.
Yeah, but that also could mean other things, like they don't, like, the body couldn't be there. Like, we don't know if we don't see actual evidence of dead
the body is there. They're not going to have an open casket funeral because it was slashed into pieces.
Gotcha.
I would like to use, and correct me if you think there's a better one, I would like to use time sight on this room to try and find when she had this key.
Good idea.
Or not key, the card.
Problem is time. Again, you can't do long rituals, and you would have to sit there and watch all the moments pass. Watching them takes as long to watch as it did for them to happen. It's not in fast forward mode.
I mean,
Unless you know a specific day to look at.
I was just gonna say, like, if we knew a specific date, perhaps
Yes.
that might quicken things
So-
a little.
Correct.
Sophie is continuing to just pack random Genevieve belongings into a bag and like, I don't know, maybe we just do it the long way. You want to help me clean up?
Yeah.
Well, the
I'm
problem
done.
there is you're going to get chased out by security.
Mhm.
Unless you can find a clever way around that.
Bullet time.
That you don't have enough power to maintain that for hours.
Damn.
I mean, I probably have enough. I've got Mind 3. That's enough for a Jedi mind trick on a security
Yeah,
guard.
that's what I was thinking.
Yes,
too.
it is.
Something.
All right, your turn for the spell card.
Okay.
It's going to be Mind 3, obviously. It's going to be subtle. Personalized instruments. Up to you if you spend quintessence.
Not on this. Subtle personalized instrument. Okay.
Standard feat. Under magical feats, target is individual.
Mhm.
And duration, put one scene.
Okay.
And then roll it, and don't forget to set your irritator through.
Okay. Oh, I got a 4 and a 10. 2 successes. Still need 2 more successes.
Keep going.
Okay. 6 and a 6. Spell cast with extra successes 1.
Now tell us how you did this magic. What does it look like to the mages, and then how do you actually interact with the guard?
Okay.
Who is
so,
putty in your hand?
Yeah. So, okay. Sophie will rearrange her tattoos to be a little like lewd and eye-catching. Like there's gonna be like a really sexy Betty Boop on her shoulder, like smoking a cigarette. And she'll use this to sort of like distract the guard. And she'll stage it. She'll be like on her phone, like not actually on her phone. Sort of walking back and forth in front of the room, like, no, I'm sorry, Aunt Juliana, I'm looking for it, but they, like, I don't have a whole lot of time, like, they really want me to leave, and so when the security guard comes up to be like, move along, Sophie will use sort of like her fascination with neurolinguistic programming to be like, don't you have other kids to hassle? Using her tattoo to be like, hey, they're getting up into trouble. A lot worse trouble than we're doing right now.
With one extra success, it's flawless. Sophie leaves, and you impatiently wait. And then you hear like a bell ring, like a building bell. And you hear hall monitors walking back and forth yelling, "Lockdown! Room search!" And then Sophie comes back in and shuts the door and locks it and says, "Yeah, I bought us like 3 hours.
I feel really
Nobody's
bad.
leaving."
I feel really bad now for those innocent college kids who like couldn't find their weed.
Yes, they
Was
are.
it the Dude Bros? Was it the Dude Bros from across the way that were playing on Call of Duty or whatever?
Who knows? But they're not going to bother you because this room is marked empty.
Great. Perfect.
And if they do walk in on you, you can just say, "We can't leave. It's locked down."
That's true.
Funny.
So now you could do real rituals. So yes, you clean the room. That part's easy. That takes an hour. You have 2 left. Which means for ritual magic, that gives you 8 rolls. You have 8 dice rolls to accomplish your goal.
During the cleaning, did we come across anything that looked like it might be a No Limits invitation card?
You did not.
Yeah, I got 3 successes, right? For when I did the search.
You did not. Not yet.
Oh. Okay.
Found a lot of interesting stuff that you're going to pack up and take back because who knows what will be useful later, but not an invitation card or a business card or anything that even remotely looks like said thing.
Could I actually, is there anything to know? Was she hiding anything else? Like maybe I know
You're not gonna find anything else with a mundane search. You're gonna have to do an actual ritual now, which was the point of the Jedi mind trick, to buy you the time. And you can't summon her again because that's too many times in a row. You'll weaken the spirit and damage it.
Gotcha.
Would any of my previous ideas be relevant now?
You still don't have time to sift through every moment of time. You still got to narrow it down.
I mean, you could focus maybe on like a Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah,
you could do a much more detailed correspondence casting.
Okay, I'm for that.
Okay. Spell card for you, correspondence 2.
Ah!
And time 3.
And I have to get rid of them.
Yeah, everything 0 except time 3, correspondence 2. Mark them both. Because you're trying to seek out the connections between her and various important times in the room. That's the trick.
Subtle, uncanny, or extreme?
Uncanny.
Okay.
Personalized instruments because you're using time. You can choose if you want to spend quintessence. Hint, you should.
If I want to spend quintessence in what?
Hint, you should.
Oh, okay.
This is not going to be easy.
Yeah, how much should I spend though? Like, is only one allowed, or?
If you do a group ritual, everybody can contribute 1 and you can do 4.
Oh.
Well, maybe not Leo, he's low, but you could do 3 if Vega and Sophie contribute.
I only have 1.
Yeah.
So not happening.
Never burn your last one unless it's an emergency.
Anyone up to sharing their juice with me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I will donate a quintessence.
So 3, change it to -3.
1 per?
Yep.
I'll give 1 as well.
-3? Okay.
And then distant or hidden target subject under general circumstances.
Distant or hidden targets.
Under magical feats, this one's difficult.
Oh boy. Not too bad, all things considered.
Duration 1 scene, correct. Target AoE small room.
Well, hold on a second.
Sorry. Duration middle bottom column.
Scene.
And then
target,
top. Yep.
Room. Small room.
And then that's it. Set your Arete to 3 under roleplay bonus.
Alright. It already has willpower as 1, so I make that 0.
No, you won't. If you have to highlight it for it to do anything. You have to click the
Oh.
word. So if you don't, you can just leave it.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Did not realize.
Yep.
Register the click, dang it. What's going on? Chrome?
What's it say? As long as you can see what you need, you can roll your regular Arete. It should tell you successes remaining, successes required, and difficulty. That's all that we need.
Oh, it's not letting me click Arete/Enlightenment.
Oh, no, don't click it. Just change the number to 3.
Oh.
That one's automatically assumed.
And DC adjustment?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. Here we go. Gauntlet pierced or not needed. Rolling 1 dice. Difficulty 3. Roll.
Oh, wait.
An Ankh? Oh, I botched it. Bugger.
Spend a willpower, and you can continue.
Oh.
7 rolls left.
Dang. That was with the quintessence donations?
Yeah, but they can still spend 1 point of willpower to save the spell once.
Wow.
3 successes.
What's
Keep
it say?
casting, still need 2 successes.
6 rolls left. Keep going.
2 successes. Keep casting, still need 1 success.
45 minutes
Aha!
passed.
3 successes. Spellcast with extra successes 2.
Took you 1 hour. So you still have an hour should you decide you need it.
Okay.
An hour to clean, an hour to cast the first ritual. Describe your hour-long ritual. How would it look using your practice?
So, would they also see what I see going through time like that?
No, but you can still describe the physical actions you take through your practice and paradigm.
Okay. So, my character has his personalized tool, the spinner ring that's TARDIS blue. And scrolling through my sheet here.
Yeah, you're looking for your practices. For instance, Leo would sing and chant, possibly dance. He'd probably set up totems around the room, burn incense.
Invigoration. So, mine is... Sorry, I'm reading through it here. I could use meditations. I copied and pasted all the floof. Alright, here we go. So yeah, my tools are energy, prayers, and invocations, and symbols. I basically could use anything with invigoration because it's got a lot of associated abilities.
Yeah, invigoration basically is just a catch-all term for physical exertion. You can interpret that any way you think works, from yoga stretches to laying on a bed of nails.
Oh yeah, I just have a portable bed of nails I bring with me everywhere. So,
Now you turn on the stove and then you put your hands on it, you know?
That's actually masochism. That's a very different practice.
It is a sort of ecstasy. I mean, it just depends on your predilections, I suppose.
So I will... One of the things I can use is voice and vocalizations, so I'm actually going to say that Doctor Who quote I picked out while spinning my spinner ring.
I would also like to make a storyteller caveat and say you have to hum the song. Or do the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yep, that's part of it too. Carry on. You don't have to do it as ever, but we have to picture Gabriel doing it.
Okay, so all of a sudden you hear the whistle part of the Doctor Who theme
there
song.
There it is.
Because Gabriel is in fact whistling that part.
And, right on key too. You're sort of impressed.
And he slips down his sunglasses because that's what he do when he do the magics. And just kind of stands in the center of the room, arms out, circles around in place, makes a big show of putting his fingers on his spinner ring, spins it. And when you spin a spinner ring, it slows down eventually. Listen to the cool sound. But you just hear it getting louder, and it starts to sound like the TARDIS, yeah. And then Gabriel goes, a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint. And he trails off because he is now in the time that he has, the time and place that he has intended.
And what the other two of you do see is your quintessence is drained into Gabriel. You actually see Gabriel very slowly start to undo every action he just took in reverse, in perfect reverse, like time is rewinding. Until over the course of 55 minutes, he reappears in his original position exactly. It's a little freaky.
Also, extra points to anyone who recognizes the first half of that quote. It's actually the first half of a very, very popular quote that no one ever remembers the first half.
So, you see a progression of events. Moving in, depressed, but not because they moved in, because Dad's an asshole. Freedom, hanging out with the girls, and eating too much junk food, watching reruns of cool TV shows. Eventually progresses into spending time going out, progresses into going out to frat parties across the street. You don't see the events, you just see the coming and going. Coming back more and more strung out each time, like the hangover is getting worse as it moves from alcohol to soft drugs to hard drugs. And then the event that makes you stop and see is one day she comes back and sets down her purse and accidentally knocks it over at some point, stumbling around the room, clearly still high. And a bunch of stuff falls out, and you feel immediately drawn to a very weird thing. A box of razor blades, like replacement blades for like a box cutter or something. With a weird nondescript logo on it. And then you snap out of the spell.
We're looking for... And I just describe everything that Tyler just said, because my brain just blanked on.
The logo is a lily. And the lily is very much in full bloom, because you know what that represents. And there's blood coming out from inside of the petals.
Like the color lily looking thing on my...
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey,
But not like your symbol. It's not exactly your symbol. It's similar.
Oh.
It's a sexual reference, you figure.
That looks like a club symbol of some sort.
That's
They're
what they
the only two who see all that.
No, Gabriel describes to you, this is what we're looking for. A box of razor blades that has this weird flower bleeding on it. This flower that's clearly representative of sex. And yeah, Vega, you're like, yeah, I did put a box of razor blades in the bag.
Huh. I go digging for it.
It's definitely there.
Well.
What is the significance of this?
You're holding the box. You shake it. There's razors in it.
I think...
Do we know if they've been used or not, or
not when the box is closed?
Is it sealed? That's what I'm trying to say.
Nope.
Oh.
It's the edges are well worn.
So this has definitely been used. I hope there's no blood on them. Whatever.
Or, I mean, it might make our job easier if there was blood on them, but...
You could open the box and take a look.
The police wouldn't have missed that. Yeah, I gotta open up the box and check.
It's a 10-pack. 2 are missing. Something stamped on them. But you gotta get it in the light and turn it because it's stamped into the steel. No limits.
The razors, that's what it is. Okay. That's what killed her. Is there anything... can I use Prime to tell if these things are enchanted some way?
I mean, we could also maybe use correspondence to find the missing 2.
You certainly can, starting with Vega. Yes, roll awareness plus perception.
Right.
Also,
difficulty 6.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna see how this works out because we may not have to.
5 successes.
Critical success. Yes. And at that level of success, you can not only see the magic on it, you can almost begin to feel the connection that Gabriel felt, and it's not the murder weapon. This is the card. But you have to unlock it somehow.
The card?
This is the calling card, but you have to unlock it.
Maybe with blood.
It is a razor blade. And it does say
I'll
no limits.
I'll make that sacrifice. Yeah. I am the martyr after all. I will take that
Well,
sacrifice.
okay.
No, Padre, please don't.
It has to be done. We have
Okay,
to find
but-
who did this.
Well, yeah, but like, imagine if this
Gabriel.
blood gets. No, shut
We'll be
up and
fine.
hold on a second. No, you don't understand, Padre. Por favor, let me do that, because I can't afford for something to happen to you because you give your blood.
We have to find this killer, otherwise there are going to be more deaths.
Okay, but what if someone gets information from you?
Temporary pause to take you out of character and say, potential trigger alert, whoever uses this, there's a chance you become addicted to doing the action. So if you're not comfortable with that, don't take the action. Or
Look,
just say, I'll do it, but I'm doing it off camera. And then if you're okay with that. We won't describe it.
I'll do it.
I'm okay.
Continue.
With it. And Sophie will say, look, it's my cousin. It's my cousin.
Got a point. If you're not up to it, Sophie, I can do it too. It's not that big of a deal. There's volunteers.
Please, no. It's...
And that's up to Ever,
He
if
holds up
Ever's
his hand,
comfortable
so
with
he's-
potentially dealing with that in a role-playing aspect. If so, carry on with the argument, Gabriel.
Look, body modification is my thing.
Yes.
See?
What would this be, like a persuade roll versus my discipline or something like that, or like my
Your characters, you can
willpower?
argue it out. But yes, if you want to reduce it to dice, you would both roll opposed social rolls. You would roll resistance, and they would roll to charm you.
Huh. Okay. What would I use to resist in this case? Because his nature is the martyr, so like he'll always stand in front of that bullet no matter what.
So they would roll charisma or manipulation plus whatever social talent, and you would roll willpower as a dice pool to,
Like
as,
the
to
total
avoid.
willpower that I normally have, or
Yeah.
like the current willpower?
Yeah, it's hard to sway stubborn mages. Yes.
I have 10 willpower total. Currently,
Holy
I have 8.
So if you reduce it to dice rolls, he's probably going to win, or you can try to talk him out of it, or you can give up with the argument.
Padre.
Look, Gabriel isn't gonna let you. I'm pretty sure, like, the minute you try and touch one of those razors, he will tackle you.
I will. You watch.
Father, just give it. You can do it.
What's the difficulty, Tyler?
Sophie, you going to try to stop him? Physically stop? Basically, what
I
can
got
happen
my
here?
glasses.
What can happen here is
First
you can try to snatch one and cut yourself before he gets a chance to.
Padre, escúchame.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay, Gabriel, here's what's gonna happen. Vega, I'm gonna have you roll alertness plus perception. Gabriel, you're gonna roll subterfuge plus your best social attribute. You're distracting him.
What?
Perception and what was the other one?
Alertness.
Fuck.
Should I roll anything?
Not yet. Depends on what happens here. The result of this will determine your difficulty, Sophie.
God damn it.
I have no subterfuge, so this should be interesting.
Neither of you are good
boy.
at this. To resist it or to do it. This would be amazing.
What's the difficulty?
6 for both of you.
I got 1, 2, 3 successes,
Ooh.
and one of them was a 10.
You telling the truth about that?
I am. I swear to you. I've been rolling high all day on D10s. Ask anybody.
Oh, only one success. Damn.
So, that means, Sophie, your difficulty is going to be 8 to roll stealth plus dexterity.
Okay, dexterity 3, stealth is nothing.
You're also good at this. I like it.
Let me just type this into Astral.
We'll spend the willpower, if need be.
You said difficulty 8?
Yes.
1 success.
So, you see Sophie snatch one,
Stubborn.
and you realize what's about to happen, Father Vega. So you can either beat her to the punch or just let it happen.
No.
Just gonna
I'll
let her
beat
do
to
it?
the punch.
Okay.
No, I grab it and I just like
Both of you make.
he rolls the darker side of him like takes over for a second. He rolls up his sleeve and there's old scars there and he just runs it through.
Leo's like,
That's an interesting note for Gabriel. The old scars. You didn't know that. For future reference as a defender.
So Sophie will take hers
Padre,
and
eres
lick
tan
it,
estúpido.
cutting into her tongue.
So.
I do it before she does. Like I don't.
Oh, you got to roll off. You got to roll off. I'm gonna have you do Dex plus Brawl. Dex plus Brawl, difficulty 6.
Well, I'm definitely losing that.
Both of us?
Yes.
Jesus.
Maldita sea.
I rolled a 5 and a 2. I lost that one.
Oh no.
That is. I did not roll any successes either. I got 2 4s and a 5.
Nothing interesting happens.
No, that means you act simultaneously, which is even better worse. So I need you both to roll willpower, difficulty 8.
Oh goodness.
Roll all the current willpower or the total
Yeah, current.
willpower?
No, total. Sorry. Total.
Okay. Second.
It's a supernatural resistance, not a current resistance.
Difficulty 8, you said?
Yep.
Oh, there's a 10. Oh, looks like I get to re-roll that because I'm doing this manually. So I got 2 successes so far. Please don't be a 1.
I got 5.
Oh my god, it's a 1.
that sucks.
I got
10s
I got
override
5
1s,
successes.
though. So the 1 doesn't actually hurt you if you got any 10s. How many, Father Vega? Sweet Jesus. Okay, Sophie.
Yeah, I got a 10 that exploded into a 1.
Okay.
I also rolled an 8.
So,
Oh, I forgot you re-rolled 10s. Shit.
Father Vega, you're fine. You do what must be done, and it does not recall past times and make you do more things such as that from past times. Sophie, on the other hand, and now Gabriel's really pissed off at you. Sophie, you do manage to cut your tongue, and we'll have to discuss the effects of that offline and how we're going to deal with it. So, both of the razor blades upon use, like, you cut yourselves, and it hurts a lot. It's like a real bad paper cut, which is worse than a razor blade cut. It's not a nick, it's like a real deep, bad paper cut, and it bleeds like it won't clot. But you both look at the razor, which is now a business card. Metallic foil one. It's very hard to touch, and the edges do look sharp. It's got the same symbol on it, and it does say no limits in the stylized N and a Y instead of an I, because that's super pretentious. And an address and a time.
Here's our lead, he says, and he hands the
11
card
p.m.
carefully to Gabriel.
11 p.m. 167 Witcher Street.
Good job, guys.
You hand the paper to Gabriel. It's just a razor blade again.
Oh,
And
shit,
and
it
now-
only, it only... Okay.
And now it's dull and rusty, too. Same for you, Sophie. After you read yours, it becomes a dull, rusty blade. Completely harmless.
Write down the address, clean up the blood as best as I can.
Now that you guys are done having a giant competition of who can be the biggest edgelord possible, can we please move on?
It wasn't the
For
wasn't
once-
the point. These things are enchanted.
I know.
Using prime magic. I can control it better than most. At least most of you at least. I know I can take it, I can handle it.
But was the competition really necessary?
For once, I
Yes.
agree with the hippie.
Okay.
We can go now.
And
Thank you for your help.
Sophie with blood coming from her mouth just nods. It was
I take some ice out of the fridge or whatever if I can,
Yeah.
and just so she can put it on her tongue.
Well,
That
we
was
should be
foolish what you
careful
did. You
about
shouldn't
this
have done that.
address.
You saw what this thing did to your family. He could do the same to you now. I was trying to avoid that from happening to you.
Okay.
Sophie just gives you a look.
A shepherd always protects his flock. Don't you ever forget that.
I will never.
Not your flock.
But
Should have muted. I apologize.
Oh my god.
Breaking my own immersion. Okay, so.
well, if we're gonna go to this address, obviously, we better be very careful because your cousin died obviously going to this. So
You don't feel like that's true, Sophie, your father Vega. Sophie's cousin's journey only
Yes,
began
Sophie
here. Journey did not end
Sophie
on the
will
way
shake her
here.
head.
Yes, correct. This was merely the beginning of Genevieve's journey.
quite the journey. Well, I'm sure do you guys think we should go now? We got what we needed.
No, not without more research. We need to know exactly what it is that we're walking into.
Good point. But I do want to search the room to see if there's anything like an actual hard search.
You did that. You cleaned the room to
Did
a
that,
pristine
yeah.
condition.
Okay, just making sure.
Let us return to the Chantry, and perhaps there we can conduct more research about this No Limits.
Agreed.
You return to the Chantry. Drake is there, sound asleep on his bed, like hard passed out. One of you walks in there and whacks him with a pillow, doesn't even roll over.
Go over to him like, oh, poor guy. He's had a big day. Those sandwiches.
Snore. Get out. Dick hurts.
Magic
Snore.
herbs.
Oh, Alexa got to you. Oh, sorry.
He kind of shoos you out, and as soon as you leave, the door just slams shut. Without him touching it.
Here's some ice for those.
Oh no. He shoos you out and slams the door behind you.
Oh, gotcha. Well then, you had a great time.
Be the snake.
Don't even want to know.
Gabriel's still very furious with the father.
Yeah, the whole ride home was very awkward for Sophie and Leo. So they just like, you want to talk about Tam? Yeah, let's talk about Tam. Real quiet in the back seat.
So,
You're so awesome. Yes.
Sophie will eventually use her life to knit her tongue back together. If
Yeah,
that
I
is
won't make you roll for
possible.
that. Yeah, I won't make you roll for that. You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm.
Mechanically, it was a point of lethal damage, but yes, you can use your life to convert it from lethal to bashing, and then it naturally in a few hours.
Nice.
And Gabriel would have, I'm sure, or whoever can. Gabriel would insist that whoever could would do the same for Vega. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I would.
I
do
absolutely would.
So, it takes a couple hours for bashing to heal, if I recall correctly. So,
Yeah.
we probably have our discussion about Tam and like Sophie's like signing, and like she enjoys it. Like maybe part of the reason she picked her tongue was to give herself an obstacle to overcome. Like, how do I communicate without talking?
And it wasn't any worse than a tongue piercing, which you know because you did it just to do it and then took it out and let it heal. Because you're Sophie.
I love it.
Oh Lord.
So
Well-
you're back at the Chantry now. Blake is useless, but the rest of you are fine.
Well, I want to refill my quintessence, so
That's not a, that's a between show thing.
gotcha. Okay, never mind then.
And remember, you can only do that once a week.
Oh yeah,
Each.
I was going to summon a raven to stalk Tam or Tim or whatever his name was. Forgot.
Ham, and
Ham.
they're non-binary.
Tam, sorry.
So, out of character, it's not going to do you any good. I'm not going to make you do a ritual and describe it and roll the dice for 15 minutes just to tell you that it doesn't work. Because it's like, yeah, this Tam person's cool. I'm not telling you shit.
Jesus, this guy. Why does everyone
Person.
love
Not a guy. Person.
person? love this person.
I don't know, but you do too, so you're fine with it.
I don't know why. I just love this person. Okay, just leave me alone, man.
Boy.
Spying on changelings,
Tem put
real hard. Gonna take more than a spell.
He whispers like, "Did Tem put a spell on Leo?"
Do any of you
What
have
happened?
any ranks in
I don't understand.
lore changelings or lore fairies? I highly doubt I gave that to
No.
any of you.
I have
I've got a
Nefandi.
pretty high.
A cult will give you random, not correct information, so you don't want that. Maybe leave out milk and honey?
Cool, that's it.
I have a little bit of cosmology and enigma.
Nope, those won't help either.
I have
Not
cosmology.
with this specifically.
Although, if
Esoterica?
my
No,
occult was like, yeah, milk and honey, I'm like, leave us some milk and honey.
I mean, that does work, but not on corporeal fairy. But you don't know that, so you do it, yes.
She will remove all of her stainless steel piercings because I don't know how sensitive they are to iron.
I approve. That's amazing. Yeah. None of you have any super accurate information. So if you really want to know more, you'll have to ask Tam. I hope Tam doesn't lie. Right, a changeling tell you the
but
truth.
to say,
Or,
Sophie's planning to get that information now.
or you could try other routes, like trying to use your library or your sentient TRS-80.
Good point.
We saw how well that worked out last time.
Yeah.
But Gabriel, all this talk about Tam tugs something because you got those extra successes on that ritual. There is some kind of connection between the changelings and whatever this place is.
Gotta be.
Not to Genevieve, but to the place.
The college?
No. No limits.
Oh shit.
I mean, that seems highly strange that it's like the sudden infusion of these otherworldly beings going to the same place that these murders are taking place, or at least some murders that claim somebody who stays there.
You might not be.
There's a connection.
You might not be Archmage Magi, but you do know your mages. There is no coincidence.
What if
Right. No such
what
thing.
if they're feeding on mages? Do they do that?
Just you? You don't know.
Ask about this, unfortunately. Do we have anybody, or do we know anybody who has knowledge of these?
You have a library and a sentient
Entities?
computer, and that's really it. You could
forgot
call
about the sentient
Hit the
computer.
books.
if
Let's
you
hit the
had
books.
if you had mentors or patrons, they would help too. Otherwise, no.
I'll go to the library. I'll research what I can. I have no dots in computer. I have no idea what I'm doing with that.
Father Vega disappears into the Chantry's library.
Sophie has a couple dots in
Research.
computers, so she will interact with our sentient buddy.
How can I help you, Sophie? Oh my, you have been glamored.
Yeah, what can you tell me about being glamored? What does that mean? What should I be worried about? What should I expect in the future?
I have difficulty understanding worry, but it means that you have been supernaturally affected by proximity to the Fae.
Okay, I could. Yeah, that tracks. What will happen to me now?
As a mage, it will not make your life any stranger than it would otherwise, but it would for a mortal.
Okay. What do fairies eat?
Emotions.
Okay.
Are you telling me this thing was eating my emotions?
You're not in the room. But you can ask that when Sophie fills you in.
Remember how you lost a point of willpower when they got brighter?
Yep.
Is it a bad idea to go to bed with one?
Define Bad.
Will it hurt a mage?
Define hurt. Question unclear.
Okay, I suppose that is an answer all on its own.
A changeling is not likely to physically hurt you unless it is she.
What does that mean?
I believe you would call it bad fae.
Okay.
Although I am sure they would take offense to that moniker.
Fairy tales like Brothers Grimm. How accurate are they?
Please elaborate on which printing.
The original printing.
Quite accurate. 2 copies left in existence. On Earth.
Alright.
5 copies in existence in Horizon Chantry.
Good to know. Can go arrange to buy that other copy.
Wow.
Yeah, so as Sophie exits the room, she's like, alright, thank you, computer. She'll pass by Leo like, oh yeah, the computer says you definitely should not go to bed with Tam.
Good point. I probably will not do that. Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
my.
Okay.
Vega!
This is so fascinating.
What specifically are you trying to find in the library? And I'll tell you if you just get information too or if you need to roll.
Anything about changelings, I imagine he's pretty ignorant about them, so he wants to learn everything that he can about them, how it relates to the current situation.
They don't seem to be native to Earth. You could call them aliens. They're from a realm called Arcadia,
Okay.
which is a spirit realm of some kind in the Dreamlands, whatever that means.
Spirits.
Meaning,
okay.
well, spirit realm in that it's not Earth. You could physically travel there as a mage, though.
Okay, so I have a quick question. So is Sophie's cousin right now is the only victim, correct? Of the
No.
serial killer? No. Okay. So could I potentially get in contact or like be able to talk to any of the other victims? So,
Not until after Father Vega's done.
okay.
That's all you get for what they are. The library is much more elaborating on that. You do get this, that something's... There are various kinds of them. And the ones that are able to exist on Earth have to take on a specific form to do so, Father Vega. That's all you get, though. Like a pure Fae can't exist here. It would have to be in a different realm. Something about our world is anathema to them.
Only certain kinds of Fae would be able to leave their realm for our realm?
No, only certain kinds can exist here, and the ones that are here are trapped.
They can't leave? They can't go back home?
Correct. The ones that are not here could theoretically get here, but they can't survive. For whatever reason. They can't take they can't take the form necessary to survive here.
So I guess the question becomes, why are they here? Like, why did they
Unclear.
voluntarily lock themselves away from their homeland?
Unclear, but something to do with the same event that separated this world from all the spirit realms. The thing that created the gauntlet in ages long past.
So
The
this
wall
is an
between
old
worlds.
problem.
Yeah, it's not unique to the Fae. Many entities were affected by it. Many things that once existed that no longer do, like dragons, unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And now they're here. Okay. Anything in there about, like...
It seems more like the ones that were here were trapped when the event happened and they adapted to survive.
Okay. Because these seem to be just getting here, as opposed to have been here...
Oh no, these have probably been on Earth forever.
Oh. Okay.
They're just getting to your town, not to Earth.
Okay. It's like a pilgrimage of almost.
Yeah, it's like a select variety of them are coming to Arkham for some unknown reason. Not from Arcadia,
is
but
the
from some
question.
other part of Earth. Maybe New York City,
Right.
who knows? Yeah, the question is
I
why.
bring that information. Yeah, I'll bring those questions to the rest of the team when we gather together in the galley or whatever.
Now, for both Sophie and Father Vega, you did get some surprisingly accurate hints there, but how to interact with them is wildly inaccurate. So I'm not going to tell you what would hurt them or how to counter them because all the stuff you have is conjecture.
Oh, yeah. In my limited research with these entities, it's clear that they've been here for a very long time already in our realm, but I don't know why they would be coming here now. They seem, to me, it seems almost like a pilgrimage. They're coming to this building, these college grounds for some reason, but that is unknown to us.
Yeah,
Perhaps they have a shared problem that may be in connection to what's happening.
I don't know. Maybe they're looking for a tasty priest to.
You're definitely feeling a correspondence connection between No Limits and the Fae, Gabriel, but you don't know what it is because you weren't trying to figure that out. You only even picked up on it because you got those extra bonus successes on the ritual. Blake.
So they're related to that.
Blake, they forgot about you when they left the house in a huff, mad at Sophie's uncle. And by the time they figured it out, you were like, "It's fine, I don't need you." And then whenever they were out doing their thing, you got home all exhausted and passed out in bed and told them to leave you the hell alone. You're currently sleeping it off. Carry on, troop.
I was gonna see if I can contact any of the other victims.
Not without a connection to them, no. You don't even know who they are. You would need, at the very least, intimate details of them, preferably something connected to them. Hair, skin, whatever. Precious object. At least the place they were killed, if nothing else, but that's a risky proposition. Who knows what kind of energy you'll get from that.
Point.
We can try to approach some of these entities. They may have more information than we do. They may understand the correlation, or perhaps they've heard of this No Limits location. Obviously, this is something that I can't research in a book somewhere, this building.
They're connected to it somehow. Chances are it's theirs, and they feed off of nice mages, especially ones with the title Padre.
Please.
Oh, they feed off emotions, and according to the computer, the older the Grimm's fairy tales are, the more accurate the information is. And
so they eat children?
Those are not. Yeah, some of them.
Apparently, they're pretty fucked up.
That seems to be a bit of a contradiction. If they were feeding off of emotions, then death wouldn't really provide them a meal, would it? Because it would end their feast.
Yeah. Plus the only reference to children. Here it comes. Sorry, Rachel. Plus, the only reference to children in those fairy tales is about them swapping with other children with the fairies and calling them changelings. It's probably some nonsense. I'm sure that term's wildly inaccurate here.
I will point out that if you kill someone, like you just saw how much emotion it created at my aunt's house.
The computer did mention these Unshi Fae. Maybe they like negative emotions. Also, that card didn't give you a specific day, just a time. So theoretically, you could eavesdrop on that place anytime. Any day.
I'd like to know more about it first.
So, I mean, they're probably dangerous. But
undoubtedly. No, there's no question that they're dangerous. So I think we've seen evidence of that already.
And that's something I could probably summon a spirit for, is to kind of scout out the address, I guess. Maybe.
Whatever we can do to find out more information about this place. I don't want to go unprepared.
Yeah.
Sophie and Gabriel are looking at each other like, Google exists.
You're dangerous too.
Perhaps
Yeah.
while we're running reconnaissance,
why don't-
as you say, we can talk to some of these changelings themselves. Maybe they have first-hand information.
So they could that one could tell what we were before we
How
had
do you
any
know?
inkling.
It never said it knew what you were.
I mean, I was able to
Not it. I apologize.
telepathically communicate with it.
It didn't know you were
Or,
trying to
I
touch
was
its
able
mind.
to telepathically communicate with them, and they were not at all upset. They weren't surprised, or so. I think at some point they realized. We probably came to the conclusion that this was a person of power. The mutual realization around the same time would be my guess.
Seems likely.
That's kind of concerning, though, especially if we want to be a bit more stealthy.
You would be aware at your level of magery that you can't hide your aura completely. No matter how much you try, there's always an aura there. Other mages can see it, theoretically, so could other supernaturals.
Magery.
Magery.
We just
There is no way to completely suppress your aura.
need to be subtle in our approach.
Right. You shine. Not to the humans until you get a lot of paradox, but to other supernaturals, you shiny.
I mean, look. Let's look up. Let's look up the building. So I will.
167 Witcher Street.
Go on Google and go on the conspiracy boards and see if anyone is talking about this location.
Or how about this? Google Maps. See what the building looks like in general.
So for Sophie, no.
Street view.
Yep,
Like,
Street View.
not at all. So eventually you start asking yourself. And in very active chat rooms, when you ask, not only do you not get a reply, they go silent and people leave. I don't mean log off. I mean deactivate their accounts sometimes.
I would like to make a prediction of what happens when you look up No Limits on Google Street View. It's a big blurry mess.
Yeah, or like a warehouse.
No matter which
something
angle.
Super boring.
It is, in fact, a warehouse in a district of town that is no longer commercially in use, surrounded by other warehouses. It's not blurry. It's a very clear picture. In fact, there seem to be a lot of street view angles. Like there's a lot of cameras around. Weird. But yeah, the building itself is just an unassuming empty warehouse. Totes.
Why is there so many cameras around just a plain warehouse?
Warehouses,
That makes no sense.
Well,
commercial industrial zone, and yeah, they probably have surveillance up the wazoo there, along with security.
Give me a perception plus computer roll. Anybody who has training in computer. No dots, no roll.
No, not me.
I have
me.
got.
Me no computer.
I think it's Sophie.
Roll it up, Sophie.
Yep, typing it into Astral now. Nope, did it wrong.
Yep.
Okay.
There we
go.
3 successes. I'm just going to double the 10. So,
Hooray!
you're like, what if we pan out a little bit? Nothing. Parking lot full of cars. Nothing. That's weird. Like, just somewhere in the neighborhood is an empty parking lot, like Walmart size, packed. Wall to wall with cars. And I don't mean like old cars. I mean like people parked here and went somewhere, but just nothing in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And they're all kinds, too, from like shitty rust buckets all the way up to Porsches and Mercedes. And even an Aston Martin, you think.
Best kept
Okay.
secret in town.
These are some rich folks.
Some of them. Some are not.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. We gotta go party with the Fae.
Yep. Hopefully
like
none of
this
us gets glamored.
I don't like this notion of
No, that was
partying.
super cool. I hope it happens again. It was such an amazing adjustment of perspective and perception.
Well, when
I'm
you
not
put
doing
it
any drugs.
that way,
Call me old-fashioned, but I like my own mind and my own thoughts and being able to think the way I want to think.
hey, Padre, you kind of already did some drugs that mage tea back there at the house.
That was not voluntary. I did not know that tea was enchanted in some way. Or
Yeah,
that
but
water, I should say.
How did that go?
Now,
Were you
now
doing,
I'm
like,
gonna hold
crazy
on to
shakes
that.
and shit?
Sophie, how many points do you have in Avatar?
In Avatar, let me look that up. I have 2 points in Avatar.
So your avatar is not simply just an urge, but it's also not a person that talks to you. But every time you think about no limits, you want to go. You feel driven to go.
Yeah.
But your internal
Look.
essence is pushing you to go. This is not a changeling glamour. Your avatar is driving you to go here.
If she gets that on 2, what do you get on 5?
I get
Yours is actively whispering to you, "You need to go. Don't dress like the father. Dress for fun. We can go and
Same with
play.
me. I got a 3.
Oh, the playing we can do there. Oh, the sights they'll show us."
Vega just like shakes his head at for no fucking reason, and he's just like,
Well,
I
boys
wanna
and girls,
play.
we're going to a nightclub. It's gonna be fun.
I want to play. I want to play! Father Vega's avatar is not nice.
no, it's not.
So, is anybody not going to the club? We're going to say you bring Blake too. You wake his ass up and slap him around.
Sophie will be like, Drake, wake up.
Come on, get up.
Be the
lazy.
snake, Drake, Coldwater.
Be the snake,
Where-
Drake.
Get pretty. We're going to go party with the Fae.
This is gonna be great.
One
So-
can only get so pretty.
No, you're fine,
For
Gabriel.
certain, this is.
You're
You think
gorgeous.
this-
Drake needs help.
Oh.
You all get dolled up, and you pile in the SUV and you head to the address. As you pull into town, you've got Google Street View on, and it doesn't show anything. It doesn't show you as you're passing down the street.
Yeah, it does that from time to time. Fucking.
And you're like, it also isn't showing that line of people that goes all the way down the block up to that warehouse. The warehouse is just quiet and dead. You can't even hear the thump, thump, thump or anything. But there is just one little flickery neon sign above a back door that the line stops at. It says no limits.
Mm.
You find the parking lot. You park way in the back. You walk your ass up and you get in line. But as you're going to get in line, you pass by the door because you're coming this way and the line comes from this way, right? So you can get in line. The bouncers, one is a trans person that is very tall, like 6.5 feet tall, built like a linebacker. Definitely security. And the other one is a small, wiry lady wearing fishnets and ripped jeans and in a ripped t-shirt covered in tattoos and piercings.
Yeah, I've played.
And has a belt of knives. Just like knives.
Oh God.
And as you were walking towards the club, you saw some guy try to push his way inside. And Fishnet Lady just laughs. And the trans person picks him up by the throat, slams him down on his ass. And then he just kind of crawls away, spitting up blood. Okay, effective security here.
Wow.
Oh, I
Well then,
found.
let's try not to piss people off today, guys. Okay?
But as you go past them,
Yeah.
you hear, wait, you right there, the 5 of you, wait.
Oh boy.
Hey.
It's Fishnet Lady. Hey.
Hey, what's
She's
up?
got fishnet on and she has combat boots, well worn. The toes of the steel boots are kicked in.
Oh shit!
Ripped jeans that are tight, that ass. Ripped t-shirt that's tight, covered in tattoos, long red hair, the whole package. But when you look into her eyes, just Nothing in there but the promise of pain. Dead, cold eyes.
I like your look.
I like yours too. Smell it on you. Can't we, Patty? Patty says, "Oh yeah, we could definitely smell it on you." Patty's apparently the tall guy.
Out of curiosity, could I use Prime to see if they have that same sort of silvery swirl in their eye that the ant had at the manor?
Yes. But are you all going to sit and wait for... You can, but are you all going to sit and wait for him to do that, or they're opening the door for you? You're skipping the line. You've been invited. Giggle.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We can tell you got the invitation, honey. Come on in.
See what you did, Padre? I told you not to.
The door opens. They don't touch it just opens.
Huh.
We came here for a reason.
Yep.
Father Vega, go ahead and make that roll as the door closes behind you. Awareness plus perception. Difficulty 5. Because they do have an aura, and it's very resonant.
Okay. One moment. Oh. Okay.
Oh, look at that. 3 successes. Door closes behind you with the evil smile playing on the lips of the redhead as you look into her eyes, and you do see that's a mage, not a changeling or a fairy. That's a fallen mage with a corrupt avatar. The door shuts and the club absorbs you inside. And that's where we pause until next week.
Fallen mage?
That's in Nefandi.
Oh!
The soul has been reversed and inverted into something twisted, and they're not even trying to hide it like most Nefandi do.
Well then. Okay.
Well, Seekers, we heard the screams from Club No Limits, where hidden stairs take us to Inferno. They smelled the blood and the burnt flesh from those sacrificed to long-forgotten gods, and saw glimpses from beyond the veil, but now they must return to fitful slumber until next week when we will return to White Walls. We thank you for journeying with us, and hope to see you again next week. Don't forget to click follow here on Twitch, and also click subscribe and hit the bell on YouTube. We appreciate you all for doing that. Special thanks to our Patreons, especially Dave, Don Arnetto, and Funky Thunder. Thanks to all our Twitch subscribers as well. You guys help make our quality better, our cosplay sharper, and help us feed all of the cats and dogs. Also thanks to Helmgast, Onyx Path Publishing, White Wolf, and Modivius for the awesome games we use in this story, as well as Dark Somnium Music, Darren Curtis Music, Savick Music, and Helmgast for the Divinity Original Sin soundtrack, and so many other tunes and beats. Awakened Seekers of Enlightenment, tell us who you are, who you played tonight, and the next time people can find you on Vorpal Tales or anywhere else online. Ever is first because Blake has abandoned us, or Drake.
Weird. I don't like it. Hey everybody, I have been Gabriel Hargrave, and you can find me as I normally am. Ever. I almost said changeling instead of ever. It's been a long day. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me all over the internet as changeling ever, and you can find me on Etsy at Neat and Co Designs, as neat as in hey ever. That's a neat hair swoosh that you got going on. You can find me Monday evening playing Cyberpunk Red as Vector, the solo.
I'm Eric. You can find me online at Marlon Recluse on Twitter, and tomorrow I will be running Cyberpunk Red as well.
Hello. Wait, did I skip somebody?
You skipped me.
All right, go on.
Yeah, that's okay. Hello, my name is Rachel. Find me Stolen Fires. Let's see, I will be back here on Tuesday playing a really fun mage game. I made a fun little hair thingy for it.
We're allowed to say it now, too. We're playing Victorian Mage.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Brand new Indiegogo starts this week sometime, I hope.
I made this looking for like a Verbena Vampire Hunter look. I think I got it. I think I nailed it.
I think you did.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. I play Plastic Age Plays every other Wednesday. We're off this Wednesday. And if you enjoyed the Changeling content of this show, you can find me over at the Onyx Path channel. 9:30 Eastern, running a Changeling the Dreaming game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hello.
And they are hanging out with mages too. Only these are technocrats.
Hello, my name is Jared. You can find me at Real Life Jared both on Twitter and Twitch. Next time you can find me is always going to be on Sundays. That's where you'll find me. I play Geared Up Gaming in the morning. We play a bunch of survival games.
Valheim.
Oh, Valheim's next? Or
It's hot. Check it out.
But we'll see how that goes. But yeah. And then next game, actual game is gonna, like I said, gonna be Sunday, so it's gonna be this one right here.
And of course, Drake will rejoin us next Sunday, and you can catch Drake tomorrow in Cyberpunk Red, playing the Fixer of Weapons and Stealer of Mechs. Sure, we'll go with that.
Sandwiches.
And now, also, I am Eldritch Echoes. You can find me online under that name. I'm here all the time. And I will, of course, highlight more Mage, since it's Mage fans here, on Tuesdays on Onyx Path Publishing's channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. For at least 5 weeks, we'll be playing Mage Victorian Era, a story about hunting vampires. League of Extraordinary Gentle Beings style in Victorian London. It's going to be awesome. Penny Dreadful style. And then you'll need to check out the Indiegogo. Indiegogo, not Kickstarter this time. It's going to be hot. And now for our Ride or Die viewers. Vote time. You can all vote for any one player each session, both viewers and players. The player who receives your vote, viewers, will gain 1 bonus willpower to spend in a future session without having to spend a willpower point. Cast as usual, your votes are Restore Quintessence, Awareness, or Stability. The Stability and Awareness is about to get going now. Alright. Ever begin. Who and why?
I'm gonna have to go with... Oh, jeez. It's a 3-way tie. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go with Eric for playing into the martyr thing, and really, really, really pissing off my character.
Yeah.
It entertains me, ever. I kind of enjoy slight PvP. It gets me going. Yeah.
I will, jeez. There were a lot of good moments. I really liked the ritual that Ever's character did with the back in time thing. With that was really cool. Legitimately really cool.
Also, Father Vega, 2 votes. 1 from the Counseling Couch and 1 from Hot Dog Wizard for whooping on the kids in the Dark Secret. Sophie, who and why?
Give me that remote.
I would like to vote for Jared for our tug of war over Tam. That was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I would give it right back to Sophie for her competition of who can be the biggest edgelord between her and Father Vega.
Excellent. And audience, anybody else who's still watching, you can vote all the way up until our post-show reel stops running, and we will record it by next week. But other than that, thank you for being excellent to each other. And we must return you now to your restless sleep, so happy nightmares until next Sunday. Good night.